I gotta look forward to clearing more storage on this. But anyway, hey everybody, welcome to tonight's stream, Awesomecast number 25. I am Brennan the Awesome, and here is my co-host Khalil.
Hello, hello, hello.
And boy howdy, do we have quite the stream plan. A lot has happened in the last week alone that has left us a ton to cover. So let us get right down to it. My good friend Khalil made me aware that he has triggered the shill known as John Campea a while back. Isn't that right, Khalil?
Well, I wouldn't exactly call it trigger because he wasn't exactly angry because he also, despite being a DC shield, he's also has been disappointed with everything else that Disney and Star Wars have been doing with the franchise lately.
And he's also been blaming it on the fans, those toxic grifters.
Eh, that too.
Okay, let us get right to it with, does Supergirl beat The Mandalorian at the box office in 2026? I mean, I'm not sure actually, because it could go either way, because the DCU is not doing very good right now, because Superman was kind of a mess, and Peacemaker season 2 didn't end very well, and James Gunn won't shut his mouth.
Yeah. Well, you know me. I do like the movie Superman. I don't love it, but I do like it. But I do agree that Peacemaker 2, at least for me, started very well, but then it fell on its
I heard
it
it's
fell
like
on
the
its
last
head.
episode.
Yeah, it is the last episode.
It does.
It kind of
Okay.
it landed flat on its head.
All right. Solar Voludun is in this chat. Script Trooper is authentic. We will get to him. Casual Chris, welcome to the stream. Kazar, welcome to the stream. All
Hello,
right.
everyone.
Let us start with this.
It's an overreaction when we hear from Jinx the Looney Tune. Supergirl's going
There he is. There he is.
to defeat Mando and Grogu TV movie at the box office.
TV movie, I like that. That's not an overreaction. No, it's not a lock stock guarantee.
Let's stop
What do you guys
let's stop
think?
for a minute. Let's stop for a moment so that way I can explain why I wrote this in his post. So I was on my lunch break because I was working from 9 to 1, then to 2 to 6. And my job was close to a Wendy's. So I went to the Wendy's, waiting online, and basically I checked out a post from John Campea because he was doing another stream regarding the trailer for Avengers Doomsday or whatever. And
Is there a trailer for it out?
uh, according to him, there is gonna be one being shown at Avatar 3 when it's released. So I imagine there's gonna be some select theaters showing the trailer there, and then they'll probably post it the Monday after.
Okay.
Okay. So anyway, as I was waiting to be called to order my food, he also has this thing called a game of overreaction, where, some people asking, is the Odyssey gonna be the next Christopher Nolan big hit? And some would say, no, it's not a reaction. It could be a big hit like The Dark Knight and Inception, or another one being like Warner Brothers is gonna be bought by Disney, and something like that. And I decided to write something similar, which was the comment that I wrote. Supergirl will defeat the Mando Grogu movie, or should I say TV movie, at the box office. And I specifically wrote the word TV because that's exactly what it is. It is a
It's a
direct to video. Yeah, it's honestly like a direct to video movie that's released in theaters.
Yeah, it doesn't look anywhere. It doesn't really look like a step above what was shown on the show.
And it's not even the first time that Disney would do something like this. They literally took a miniseries, a 3-episode miniseries on Disney Plus, and then they turned it into a movie that made $1 billion. It's called Moana 2.
Oh yeah, I remember. I've always said that's like a direct-to-DVD Disney movie, but given a theatrical budget for some reason, which
Yeah,
I found
because
surprisingly hilarious.
yep. Because when Bob Iger came back after Bob Chapek almost ruined the whole company, he pretty much had to do a lot of restructuring. Some movies that they were making had to be pushed or even replaced with another movie. And once they realized that they didn't have a slate for 2014, they're like, okay, fuck it, we'll just take this TV show, this Moana TV show, make reworked it, and then make it and release it in theaters.
And it didn't do well.
Well, financially, it did well, but
Oh
critically,
wait, right.
no, it didn't.
Shoot, I always keep forgetting like what the box office is for these things. But anyway, let's continue.
At
Yeah.
all. Mandalorian and Grogu could surprise, maybe a little bit more. But listen,
I have seen like such mid reactions from a lot of these Disney shows that I honestly am going to say it is very likely that the Mandalorian Grogu movie will bomb.
Yeah.
The reaction from a lot of the shills just has me believing that absolutely nobody is hyped for this, which means chances are when the gift bags start rolling in, they'll probably start, being more hyped for it and probably get like early showings. But it's like, even then, I don't think this movie is going to, because the audience doesn't care anymore. Like, Star Wars is so dead and buried that nobody really cares anymore.
No. At the minimum,
I
can see the movie.
Sorry.
At the minimum, I can see the movie making $400 million, and that's it. That's the ceiling for this movie.
I don't know much about the movie business from that aspect to really wager a guess, because I'm kind of new to all of it. But I don't see it doing too well. What is it? Is it coming out next year?
Yes, I think it's coming in May.
Oh. I wonder what the competition it's going to have.
Well, it's gonna be Supergirl. It's gonna be the Mario movie. It's gonna be the Odyssey. It's gonna be, I think,
crap.
another Pixar movie. Oh yeah, Toy Story. It's coming in June. Crap.
Toy Story. Yeah, I wanted to talk about Toy Story 5 versus the Mart and all of that later.
Okay.
Hey, Solar.
now it's not a lock stock guarantee at all. Mandalorian and Grogu could surprise, maybe a little bit more. But listen, like, I don't believe Supergirl is an $800 million film. It's going to benefit from the success of Superman, but it's still Supergirl. It's not Superman.
I don't know. Considering that there was a good amount of, a lot of people didn't like, the super harem storyline and all that. I don't know if Supergirl is going to exactly coast off that kind of coattails.
Well, maybe it could, but I also would imagine that James Gunn and his marketing team will be very careful promoting this movie so that it doesn't have the overhype that Superman had. Because even though I like the movie, even I had to admit that they overhype it way too much. And also they spend too much money overhyping it.
Yeah, and honestly, having seen the movie myself, it was just kind of all over the place.
Man, which is the bigger character. But I believe 500 million is in the ballpark for Supergirl, maybe even bigger. Whereas I actually think Mandalorian and Grogu, 500 million is the ceiling. I don't see Mandalorian and Grogu doing any better than that. I hope I'm wrong, and I could change my mind, obviously, once I see the movie. But
of course he hopes, because hopium's all he's got. Yeah, I ended up banning him. I am not about to deal with yet another imposter.
Looks like you got another fan.
Yep. I don't know how I track these people, but I certainly do.
But I think the general target for Supergirl is 500 million, and the absolute ceiling for Mandalorian is so. I don't think it's an exaggeration. I don't think you're out of your mind thinking that Supergirl will be bigger than Mandalorian and Grogu. Rob, what do you think?
I don't either. I don't think it's an overreaction at all. I think especially after seeing
Oh
that.
yeah, this guy's on Nerdrotic streams a lot. I think he's on Friday Night Tights, if I remember correctly.
He is.
Mandalorian and Grogu, it's always going to be thought of as a TV show. You know that no one sits there and goes, "Yeah, that X-Files movie."
It's going to be remembered as the boring video game fetch quest series.
Yeah. It's like I'm playing a Batman game. I completed the main campaign that lasts for 2 seasons, and then season 3 is just the side missions.
Cannibal the Dragon. Hello. Welcome to the stream, man.
They talk about the X-Files as a TV series, even though there's been 2 feature films. The less said about the second, the better. But people still think of X-Files as a TV series. They're always going to think about Mandalorian and Grogu as a TV series, no matter what. The movie can be. I just think the movie looks lackluster. You know, it just doesn't.
It is lackluster.
It didn't.
It's about as lackluster as the show itself.
Yeah.
It looked to me. It didn't have anything big in it. And when you see that big effect shot of seeing it on the big screen, I'm like, that needs work. But yeah, I don't think it's. I think when the Supergirl trailer comes out, because they need it to be something that people go, wow. You know, I think. Look, I'm looking forward to Supergirl.
I think.
So am I.
I think we're underestimating. I think the last time people got to see a Superman under James Gunn, people had like a great time in theaters.
Reception, as far as I'm aware, was kind of mixed, at least from what I've seen online. I saw people complaining about the superhero storyline. I saw some people not liking certain decisions made. You know, it was kind of middling for me, at least from what I've seen online.
Well, I watched the movie with my parents and my sister, and I think they'll probably enjoy Supergirl too, because they actually do like Superman as well. Especially my dad, because he is a huge fan of Christopher Reeve, and he's always been vocal about not liking the DC extended universe. He saw Man of Steel, he didn't like it, but he was like, "Okay, let's watch Batman versus Superman. I didn't like the previous film. Maybe this second film's gonna change my mind." It didn't.
And it
just
didn't,
made him,
didn't it?
No, it made him hate that franchise even further, and he stopped watching those movies. And so when we came out of Superman, I asked him, "Okay, Christopher Reeve is your number 1 favorite. Where do you put David Cornswet?" Number 2. He literally put him at number 2. That's how good he think he was.
And it's going huge on streaming. And you're telling audiences, general audiences, not just people in the ballpark.
Yeah.
That, hey, Dad, hey, Mom, remember you really love that Superman movie? This is the follow-up to under the James Gunn universe. People are going to come out to see this. I think it's going to be big.
Hey guys, thanks.
Okay, that was all right. I mean, I was expecting him to get pissed off or something, but that was fine. Brandon derangement syndrome. Do I need to start doing the Trump dance now because I've got so many different people getting pissed off about me? Because that would be funny.
Maybe not yet.
Okay, wait until I've got multiple people hating on me. Then I'll do it. All right. Next one's at 4 minutes, and oh boy, Coil. I think you'll get a kick out of this one. I hate Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith by Dad of Xandar. The first time I'm covering him on my channel alone.
Oh no.
This guy legit thinks that Disney saved Star Wars and that we should be grateful to them for it.
I didn't see his video, but I did see JJ Plagiarism reacting to this video, and oh my god, I mean, just look at his face. How the hell can anyone take him
that's got to be
seriously
a
with that
candidate. That's got to be a candidate for shill face.
I swear, even some Republicans will not vote him for president. I mean, just look at him.
Hey, let's try and keep the real war politics out of the channel, shall we?
Sorry, just
I don't want my comment section to start literally tearing my channel apart.
Yeah, my bad. Just gonna fuck myself.
We have J.I.A. Billington. Brandon has triggered me and called me a shill so many times.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that reminds me of when I went to go see I think it was Mr. Grizzy's last or was it 2 weeks ago, one of his members only live streams, and Darth Melvin actually got to appear on Theory stream impersonating J.I. Jacob. That was like the funniest thing I had ever seen.
Nice.
All right, let's get to this guy.
Hate Revenge of the Sith.
Just as much as I hate this stupid helmet in the background. Damn it, why is it that all of the most pathetic Disney shows have stormtroopers as their profile pictures? Hello Greedo, Script Trooper, who we're getting to after this. This guy.
What's fun with a clone trooper?
Yeah, what's wrong with... Oh, wait, it's because prequel hate, of course. If it's not TCW, the prequels are bad. That's the narrative they try to push. Hey, Solar Voladun, you're back on the battleground that is Twitter. Awesome. Yeah, okay, about that, there was this feature they were showing when I was setting up the stream saying that I could feature this in, like, horizontal or vertical, or portrait. So I was like, and they recommended that I do the horizontal and the portrait at the same time. So I kind of put that together. So I went with that option because, you know, it's the first thing it was like the first time I'm doing it. If it doesn't turn out to do very well, I'll probably just go back to doing the normal horizontal look. Which that I guess that works. Because I don't know if I'm having it like two different streams at the same time, because I feel like that's kind of scummy. I don't know.
Well, at least on my TV, I can actually see the vertical one, but on StreamYard, I can actually see both of them.
Huh. Oh yeah, because you can basically preview it or hide it. I'm hiding it right now. But yeah, that's the explanation for why I have that. Okay.
Okay, hate is a strong word, but Revenge of the Sith is at the bottom of my Star Wars movie rankings.
You should be ashamed of yourself for that. I mean, then again, you are a Disney Star Wars shill, so... I mean, it's not like you exactly have a great taste in quality.
Revenge of the Sith was, is, and always going to be the top dog when it comes to Star Wars.
Hey, you took my Furmanism. That's right. I have my own Furmanism, everybody. Awesome. To any of my Transformer fans out there, you'll understand the reference.
Now, I know I'm going to get a lot of pushback on this video, but let me tell you what I dislike about...
Really?
I never know.
Why does this have more likes than dislikes? Okay, this is actually the most based comment I'm seeing. I disagree completely. Revenge of the Sith is not the worst Star Wars movie compared to The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and Rise of Skywalker. Those three Disney movies were the worst and far outweigh anything George Lucas has created.
Nice.
Exactly. That is like the best comment I have seen. Double AA, welcome to the stream.
Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. The first thing about Revenge of the Sith that drives me bonkers is the reliance on CGI.
And again, you're forgetting that it has a lot more practical effects in the original trilogy combined.
You know, these people... How is it that in the year 2025, we're still getting these idiots pushing this kind of narrative?
I mean, if I
at this point, if you say something to that effect, you're just not to be taken seriously.
No. And in fact, if I ever talk to him at some point and say, well, Avengers Endgame has more CGI than Revenge of the Sith, and yet you're still gonna complain that episode 3 is over reliant on CGI? And also, this is also causing a problem with a lot of people who thinks that some films that are made with practical effects are actually made with CGI. And the studios are actually hiding all those things to make it seem like, oh, the CGI thing is actually made with practical effects.
Huh.
Have you ever seen those videos where it's called no CGI, it's just invincible CGI?
No, I haven't. This is my first hearing about it.
Well, I'm gonna once the stream is over, I'm gonna send that playlist after the stream.
Okay.
But yeah, there. Long story short, there ha there mm, the studios are basically using hiring visual effects people to even manipulate the behind the scenes of a movie to make it seem like it was made with actual sets, with actual practical effects, and you can tell that they manipulated the backgrounds because you could even see the blue screen spilling in their hair, in their costumes, and the microphones.
Oh God, that is just ugh.
Yeah.
Having Revenge of the Sith in the bottom of your rank with all the Disney trilogy above, it's beyond heresy. That is fake
Heresy
fan behavior
indeed.
right there, son. Personally, I think Rise of Skywalker is peak fire, bro. I think he might be the only person left on the internet who pushes that The Rise of Palpatine is a good movie.
He's gonna give it up
Right.
at some point.
I doubt it.
Right from the get-go, it takes me out of the movie-going experience. For crying out loud, even R2-D2 is CGI in the
Okay, you want to know why they made R2-D2 CGI? So he could get away with pulling more of the stunts that he does in those movies. It's the same reason Yoda became CGI. Like,
Yeah.
duh.
Yeah, because
And what's wrong with R2 being CGI?
nothing. If there's absolutely nothing with him being CGI. Because in case some of these people don't know, practical effects has its own form of limitations, which is why people will prefer using CGI because it moves faster.
Exactly. And on top of that, it's like CGI isn't automatically a deal breaker unless you have CGI on the level of MODOK from Ant-Man and the Wasp Kami Mania.
Or in Thor Love and Thunder.
I don't watch J.I. Aka, but he kind of sounds like him. Thank you for my excellent impression. But it tracks perfectly with fake fans and their hatred against the prequels. Hey, Xanatos, welcome to the stream. Friday night. Mustafar or Grievous, for instance, would be almost impossible with practical effects. I do believe they actually shot on location in Hawaii for one of the effects in Mustafar.
They actually went there. There was a volcano in Italy that exploded, and they actually went in there to shoot the explosions, and with the lava rising and everything. So Mustafar is fairly CGI, but they still throw in actual lava explosions, actual fire and smoke, and put it on
Okay,
top
so
of it.
right there, it's like a blend of CGI and a blend of practical.
Exactly.
It works.
And they even created
majority of his scene.
and they even concocted their own lava using stuff they use in milkshakes and everything in order to create the lava crust.
Ah.
And this isn't good CGI. Now, for 2005, it was epic CGI and it looked great.
Dude, it still holds up to this day. The battle droids still look amazing.
The Star
And so
Destroyer
do the
at the
clones.
opening of the movie looks like an actual Star Destroyer that they would have built as a practical effect.
But compared to what they're doing now, the CGI in this movie is, in a word, distracting.
Okay,
How?
what was the last live action movie you saw that had really good CGI in it? Because I would struggle to remember. Because I've been seeing a lot of retro movies lately.
I could be wrong, but yeah, I think it was Superman. I could be wrong, but But
Superman was all right in the CGI department.
Yeah, the CGI, obviously there were some things that make it obvious it's CGI, but at least it wasn't that distracting because it's like, because even the movie's aware, yeah, it's CGI, who cares, deal with it.
R2D2 was CGI because George Lucas was lacking director vision, unlike J.J. Abrams.
Right.
Almost everything that we see behind the actors is CG.
Dude, did you even see the behind the scenes? Because
Now,
that
if they were-
debunks your argument.
Yeah. And if they had to be on green screen, it would either be for shots that need CGI placement or when they had to do reshoots.
Oh crap, he put that Ahsoka helmet on top of Stormtrooper armor. That's not even 501st armor. I'm just not real. I mean, good news, he doesn't have a Grogu doll. I think he had one in the last video I covered on him.
Maybe Grogu's on that poster?
I can't tell.
And it really pulls me out of the movie-going experience. I mean, for crying out loud, the R2-D2 prop is just amazing, and that you got rid of that so that you can have a CG R2 just makes me sick.
Would you say the same about Yoda, the Yoda puppet from the Phantom Menace? That thing doesn't exactly look the best.
And also, R2-D2 has a lot of components that I think it would take a lot of mechanical engineering to actually pull them out. I mean, you can barely see them moving out, opening, close, and Return of the Jedi, which is why they make sense to do it here with CGI.
Mike Cassius, welcome to the stream. I'm starting to get a headache. I have plenty of Grogu dolls. I make love to my Grogu doll every night because my wife doesn't like me.
Well,
holy
bad,
crap,
Jacob.
he actually sounds like J.I.A. Cub.
What else do I not like about episode 3? I cannot stand the scene where Palpatine faces off against Mace Windu, Kit Fisto, and the Jedi Masters. If you want to have...
Okay. To be fair, I would say that is like one of the few decisions where George kind of mucked a little because he wanted Ian McDiarmid to do it, and Ian had absolutely no training. They had to kind of rush it.
Yeah, he only had like 5 days to kind of train him on it.
Like,
and
that I could say is an understandable criticism.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yeah, not every decision George had was a good one. And that's perfectly fine. Thank you. I found someone else who thinks the Phantom Menace Yoda puppet looked off. Like, looked nothing like the one from the original trailer. Yeah. I mean, I don't hate the puppet, but I do think it doesn't look quite the best. So I'm perfectly fine with it being replaced with CGI.
Yeah.
Brandon does not like this J.I.A. Cub person I can see. I don't like any of the Disney shows, to be fairly honest. Anyone who's like a fake Star Wars fan, I frankly do not like.
Palpatine take out.
So I even also block Jacob because even though I don't follow him, he's still throwing stuff on Twitter about how he loves Rise of Skywalker, and I was like, dude, I get it. Could you leave me alone? And at some point, I just decided to block him.
I would say have him block you first. It's insanely easy to get him to do so, and then block him. That's like the OG Star Wars method, and one that I'm actually going to try and incorporate later. Because I've got this guy on Twitter who's been like stalking my posts like mad.
All the Jedi Masters, that's great. Let's show his strength. Let's show his power in the dark side. But he literally jumps in front of them, and as slowly as possible, and 3 of them are gone. Make that a little bit more. Show us Palpatine's power and strength in the dark side. That didn't do it for me. The next item has to do with a fan favorite character. I am not a fan of Chewbacca's inclusion in Revenge of the Sith.
Oh god, it's Cosmonaut all over again. What the hell is wrong with Chewbacca being in the Revenge of the Sith?
No problem at all. He's just there to be an observer of how how people do things at war. And also, don't even give me the complaint of people saying, "Why does he look like that? He's
He's
young."
Yeah, just like Yoda. Just like when Cosmonaut said that Yoda, making the decisions he does is character assassination. It's like, no, this is a younger Yoda. Of course, he's not going to be like the Yoda from Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, because despite their good intentions, they make mistakes, and it's only because of Revenge of the Sith that they realize, okay, we fucked up. Let's go in our hiding places. Let's play the long game, and we can finally end this. And after that, we can finally end the Sith for good.
If you don't love Rise of Skywalker, if you don't love Rise of Skywalker, you're not a real fan.
I'm sorry, Jacob. I didn't like Rise of Skywalker, so guess I'm not a real Disney Wars fan. I'm a George Lucas fan.
Oh, I'm sorry. I only read the expanded universe. I don't read those crappy Disney Star Wars novels. I guess I'm a fake Star Wars fan. On my first day of Twitter, I'm doing a speed run. How fast it'll take for him to block me. Machinery964, welcome to the stream. It explains part of Chewie's life before he met Han Solo. Mike Cassius, Chewbacca being in Revenge of the Sith was awesome. Also love Tarful. Who does not love Wookiees? Oh God, you can do it. That's almost like how my dad does it. Ray is the best and fills my heart with her. I make love to a Ray cardboard cutout.
Yeah, well, wait until 2035 until they can finally make the stupid Ray movie.
There is no logical story point for having Chewbacca appear in this movie.
Kashyyyk is his home. It's the home of the Wookiees, you idiot. It don't make sense for him to be there.
He's trying to protect his home, and he's also being assigned with Tarful to protect a fucking Jedi.
Really there just so fans can go, hey, look, Chewbacca! Again, takes me out of the narrative.
Oh, you have a problem with them, quote, nostalgia baiting, unquote, in the prequels, yet you'll clap and, scream and shout every single time a character from TCW shows up in a Disney Star Wars project.
Or even in the Disco trilogy. Look, it's another Death Star, but bigger. Look, it's Luke's Anakin's lightsaber. I don't know how it got there, but there it is. Look, it's a Millennium Falcon with a different antenna because the other one blew up in Jedi. Remember everything that was in the original trilogy? Remember Palpatine? Remember Snoke? Remember the Ice Planet? Remember everything that's in the original trilogy?
By throwing that clear fan service in there for no reason. I got another one.
Shut up.
Anakin's turn to the dark side. I get it. Palpatine's a master manipulator. He's been sowing the seeds, and that is fantastic. And I really like the way they showed that off.
But
what really gets me with the big turn to the dark side is at the very end of the Battle of the Heroes, where Anakin or Vader looks up and screams in that really hatred of a voice, I hate you! This is his brother, his father figure. He wouldn't have gone so quickly from that type of relationship to I hate you.
The dark side corrupts. They literally were fighting, man. And Anakin was fighting to kill.
Yeah, because he's now a Sith.
So it makes sense for him to scream that he hates Obi-Wan. Not to mention, he had his left arm and both legs cut off, and he's about to burn up.
Yeah.
He believes that Obi-Wan turned Padme against him. It makes logical sense from his perspective that he would hate Obi-Wan.
Especially since Padme didn't knew that Obi-Wan was in there. So it actually makes logical sense, like you said, in his point of view, that he thought Padme had betrayed him.
If there's one character I understand in Star Wars, it's Anakin Skywalker. Damn it.
I just think the progression from father figure to I hate you was too quick, too forced, and not shown well enough. But Patrick, there has to be more for you to say that this is your least favorite movie. Oh, there is. So the real reason that I am not an episode 3 fan, it's what they did to Padme. We have
What?
Okay.
two movies showing off the total badassery of Padme Amidala. She's a very strong
Oh, Christ. No, don't go the route I think you're going. Don't remind me of one of the dumbest tropes introduced into the mid-2010s that we're still seeing glimpses of to this day. Please, no.
character. She thinks for herself. She fights for herself. And then we get to episode 3, and George Lucas has reduced this strong female character to a lovesick puppy dog.
She's pregnant, you idiot! And she's in love with Anakin! What the hell?
A pregnant woman can be legit if at least can be in a dangerous situation since she was at the very least 1 or even 3 months pregnant. But Padme, by the time she saw Anakin returning from Coruscant, she was probably 8 to 9 months pregnant, where she cannot literally do anything.
And on
she
top of that,
purposely-
she's got, being pregnant mixes up with a woman's hormones.
Not to mention that she also had to have her wardrobe being rebuilt and remade in order to hide the pregnancy.
All right, let me catch up with the chat real quick. GIA Cub. I will divorce my wife and take my dream girl Hannah to go see the Ray movie. Ooh,
Wait,
going behind your wife's back now, won't ya?
wait. Hannah? As in Hannah Montana?
No, I think it has to do with another Disney show. I'll probably have to shoot you the link to Melvin's video on that.
Oh boy.
The sequel trilogy is riddled with cheap nostalgia. Disney Star Wars in general is riddled with cheap nostalgia bait. You cannot call the kettle black, man. You just can't. The reason Chewie as OT nostalgia works in Revenge of the Sith is that him being in the movie doesn't take away from the overall story. It shows what Palpatine was doing to his planet and Chewie's life before the original trilogy.
Exactly.
Solar Volodun. Dude, Padme was meeting with senators to try and have Palpatine resign. Yeah, read Labyrinth of Evil if you haven't had the chance. A James Luceno novel. Really good. I agree with Dave Dam.
Part of me was kind of wondering if at some point they'll ever re-release Revenge of the Sith with those scenes of Padme and the other senators, conversion on whether or not they should create a delegation of 2000s to get Palpatine to resign.
I mean, there's probably a fan edit online.
Maybe.
Star
in
Wars
fact,
Forge, welcome to the stream. Sorry.
Revenge of the Sith is a terrible movie. Disney chill logic is stupid.
Disney shills are illogical, as Shockwave would put it.
Yep.
Mecha G75. If that's not the Quackta calling the stifling slimy, I have a feeling that's a reference to something.
Yep.
Would also like to point out that Padme was still a strong character in Revenge of the Sith, but not through physical strength. It was strength through her words. Yeah, because she's a senator. It makes sense. She's a leader. She was rightfully disgusted with the fact that Anakin slaughtered younglings during Order 66, and she rebuked him for it.
She has no strong moments in this movie whatsoever.
Hormones,
doesn't come from-
hormones.
Strength doesn't come through mere physical acts, man.
They took that from her character. And I cannot forgive that abuse of Padme. Now, to be
don't
Because she
pretend
was
like you care.
fair, I love all Star Wars, so I don't hate Revenge of the Sith.
AKA, I love Disney Star Wars, which by therefore makes me a fake Star Wars fan.
Okay.
So I don't love Star Wars.
Dude,
But I
make up
definitely
your
do
mind.
not think that it
Like,
is not
dude,
the
make up
end
your
all
mind.
be.
Oh yeah, I love Disney Star Wars. No, wait, I love all of Star Wars, yet I'm making a video crapping on Star Wars.
And it's
All
like,
of
dude,
Star
make
Wars
up your
movies.
mind. Do you hate
Is
Revenge of the
that
Sith
so
or
many-
not?
Fans seem to claim it is nowadays. Ian McDiarmid is perfect as Palpatine in this movie, and his acting shines through more than anything there is. The choreography in the Battle of the Heroes is fantastic. I absolutely love every aspect of that lightsaber duel. Ewan McGregor, as always, is just perfect as Obi-Wan, and his line after he defeats Grievous, so uncivilized. Awesome. But this movie has real problems. And it's because of those problems that I put it at the bottom of my Star Wars ranking order.
Those problems have been debunked time and time again, idiot.
Now, to be fair, there are problems with Revenge of the Sith, but Brendan, answer this question for me. If the movie does the movie have problems, still destroys the movie?
No. I mean, it depends on what kind of problem it is. But sometimes it can ruin a movie, but sometimes it can't. And I would say in Revenge of the Sith's case, it doesn't ruin the movie. You just went silent on me. Bring back the Acolyte. Fatso J.I. Jacob. I'm reading Legends, guys. Ooh. So she has to kick ass to be considered strong. Okay, got it. Yeah, that has been an unfortunate trend, and I feel like I'm going crazy seeing some of my favorite female characters going that route. It's not easy being me. It's a Disney Star Wars quote that betrayed their message. The Emperor is basically Jim Carrey if he was a Sith. Oh, Khalil, you back? Okay, I don't know what's going on with Khalil right now. This guy in the video looks like he's being held hostage. He looks like Alex from Star Wars Sexplain. He looks like he's got like Molly's whole, got pointing something at him off screen. Khalil, man, you there? Come on. I'm trying to run a good production here. I was looking forward to this stream. It's at the bottom of my rank list as well. It just doesn't compare to the sensual and erotic tension between Rey and Ben Solo. Hey, Khalil. Oh boy, we're having technical issues. That's odd. Okay. Let me see if I can fix that. I'm gonna re-invite him to the stream. Oh, this is this is a first. Oh wait, he's back. Oh, we got a slight face review. That was. Okay. This is we don't have these technical issues at light speed. Make sure to subscribe and punch it. Oh dear. Oh dear. And he's gone again. Whoops. Well, the show must go on, I guess. So on to the main event, the one I am pretty sure we're getting to. Gatekeepers Alliance, based on a total lie by Script Trooper. This video has been making the rounds quite a lot over the last week. Okay, I actually read that one off. It would depend on your mic quality. I would like to have someone that has a pretty good mic. Okay, cool. Hey, Khalil, you alive? Dude.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I had no idea that Script Trooper would even do that type of crap until I found out about that video's very existence. I do remember he kind of hinted at it on his X account, because whenever he's going to do like a video, he usually posts like some sort of Twitter post. He's quitting because he didn't pay his $500 Josh fee. Is it actually him? I'll leave that for you to decide.
Brandon, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Is everything all right?
Brandon.
Yes.
Ugh.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Oh, no. Come on.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Oh, I'm so sorry, man.
Ah, crap. My computer froze. Ah, come on. Why? Okay, that works. And now I can't access. Oh, crap. I'm going to have to reboot my computer, everybody. I'll be right back. Khalil, I'll send you the link afterwards. Damn it. Why is my computer doing this? So,
Okay.
see you in like a few seconds. Sorry.
That's okay.
And I'm back. I am so sorry, guys. I do not know what happened. I honestly do not. My screen just froze. I could not do anything. So just give me a second to grab everything back, and we'll be good. Okay, I've got that set up, and I just got to get the other video I have planned set up. Kawil, welcome back to the stream.
Hey, man.
It was me, my digital AI wife hacked his mic. Woohoo! What in the Campbell Kennedy is going on right now? Okay, I am so sorry, guys. This normally doesn't happen. Okay, just give me a second to reopen a separate YouTube tab. Because I did not mean for that to happen. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I am working with like a really, really crappy laptop. I am hoping that if I can get into a trade next year, I might be able to pay off a new one. But in the meantime, let us continue. Kawil, are you good?
Yes.
Okay. We're good, everybody. We're good. The stream's good. I swear I hope the beginning of this works. All right. Here we go. The main event of the stream. What the hell just happened? Script Trooper with Gatekeepers Alliance based on a total lie. That's right. He took a swing at the Gatekeepers Alliance. This video has been circulating a bit through the inner circle, through the real fans for a while, for like the last week. Purist took a swing at it on Monday, what is on Rumble. Go sub to him on Rumble. United Spacers Alliance took a swing at it a couple nights ago, and I believe and OG did so on yesterday, and I actually was there for some of it, and I think Melvin did as well. And now it's my turn. You ready, Kawil?
Oh, believe me, I am.
Hey guys, Script over here with another video, and this is something I've been avoiding for a long time because I don't like to give attention to people that are just constantly going after people.
Typical Disney shill response. I didn't want to have to do this, but shill trooper.
And it's not just me, but I have to address it at this point. I've had enough, and I gotta just iron this out in terms of you guys and what you think I think of this. I know some of you see the Twitter exchanges and things.
Ugh, AI image gives me the willies. Also, iron out, aka I have to run damage control because my freaking grift is being exposed. They're in my nightmares.
Like that. I just want to deal with it because
What?
He's probably going to call an exorcist.
like I've got some pretty clear, concise, sane, very objective thoughts on the Gatekeepers Alliance. People.
Oh, do you now? We're going to see that is not the case, chat. We are going to see that is so not the case. Sane, objective take.
The channel itself has started to fade, or maybe I don't know if it ever really became a thing. But
so right here, you can already see that this idiot did absolutely no research. A lot of people have said this for a while now. Oh yeah, Star Wars Scran took a swing at them too. The Gatekeepers Alliance channel is not the channel is where they upload a bunch of their stuff, like every episode, podcast of Star Triggered. But they still have their own individual channels that they run on a weekly basis. Melvin still streams. OG Star Wars still streams. Mr. Grizzy still puts out videos. Purist is over on Rumble at the moment because he can't be on YouTube. Like, they're all doing fine. United Spacers Alliance is currently running his Star Wars and Politics channel. Oh, this fool got torn a new one in the comment section. I'm in the comment section for this video, and it is awesome. I can't wait to show you guys. Holy crap, I've seen this video. Make a G75, get ready to see it all over again. Feel free to contribute, Khalil.
They were doing videos pretty consistently. If
The Jayaka family shirt speed. Do I have my notifications on for that channel? I have to
a few
look
months
it up.
ago, and now it's like one a month. It's like very rare that specific channel actually posts a video. Like the last.
Yeah, because these idiots, unlike you, have an actual life and their own channels to run, rather than just making half-assed videos with no research.
Last one they put out was 3 weeks ago, and then there was one a month ago, and then there's 4 months ago, 5 months ago. As a group, they've kind of faded, and I want
Then why are you talking about them?
to explain why I think that is. Because, for example, like Mr. Grizzy, he doesn't do what at least 3 of the 5.
Okay, so this is where you can really see that his objective takes on this that's a total lie. He is going to leave. He's going to take Mr. Grizzy and Darth Melvin, and he's going to, take them off the hook because they haven't really gone after him. They didn't go after him. Mr. Grizzy hasn't. I don't think he said anything about Griff Trooper. I think Melvin may have said like maybe 1 or 2 things, but for the most part, he's going to let him off the hook, as you're going to see here. Because you want to know why? It's because this entire video is going to be about him. This isn't him, having like a genuine critique of the JKA or anything of that effect. He's not doing this to defend a wider narrative. He's only doing this for himself. It's a selfish narrative. It's a subjective narrative. His fragile little ego has been shattered.
And we're gonna shatter it even more.
I actually stumped this guy in his own comments because I debunk his narrative that he's going to go on a tangent for a while later.
He centers most of his attention on shills and does these funny shill videos. I've done a few of those too. It's not my thing to make that my thing, but I've done a few of them too because it is funny. And so that's generally what he does. I don't think he's ever really talked any crap about me at all. I mean, he might have, guys. Let me know in the comment section. He's pretty funny.
Right there. Let me know if he's attacked me in the comments. Right there is where you're going to see where this is coming in. That is where it's coming in. This is Casual Chris puts it very well. Very objective, but it's only opinions. It is not fade. I made Big Baby crying. Oh yeah, Big Baby I think showed up at some point. That guy. Oh man, I haven't thought about him since I kicked him off my channel. He thinks he's clever and smarter than everyone that actually cares and honors George Lucas era Star Wars. So he wants people to spy on Grizzy for him. It seems like it. Again, he has a fragile ego, so he probably wants people to spy on the Gatekeepers Alliance for him.
But he focuses generally on just shills, like people that just absorb the content, and then absorb more content, and it is funny. Melvin, I think, has made fun of me, but I'm not exactly sure.
Dude, if you're going to make a video like this, you got to actually... You should never have to use the word I think. You should never have to use that word, that phrase. Because that's going to make people believe that you didn't do any research. I mean, we know you didn't do any research. That is as clear as day. All right, I caught that when I watched this last week. And I think Khalil fell asleep. I don't know.
I think he called me a fence rider or something.
Well, feel free to chip in, man. I need commentary.
Yeah, sorry. This is the first time watching this video, so.
Okay.
At one time, but I I don't really know a ton about his content other than some of the stuff I saw a while ago. I thought was, again, kind of funny and, making.
Good Lord, man. He didn't do any research. This is what makes
No.
Griff Trooper, again, there's a reason we call him that. Us real Star Wars fans, there's a reason that's the mocking nickname we give him. It's because he just griffs on the anti-Disney narrative. And even then, he doesn't even do it that well.
Fun of shills and all that type of stuff. But what happened was, over the last...
From what I've heard, this is a fake image. This is not actually Melvin's face. So he fell for this. But I notice it's very interesting that he'll show their YouTube profile and then their face, which makes me start to wonder... that makes me question some things. I don't want to throw any accusations, but I find it suspicious. I do find it suspicious.
Also, I kind of think that Melvin is probably slightly younger than the photo he's using.
I personally don't like to assume on that front. Narcissism in a vid. Exactly. And you're going to see what's... Research is your greatest tool, not your greatest enemy. George Lucas is the god of Star Wars and Disney is like the devil, and he takes something like George Lucas IP and puts it into a blender. Melvin is probably in his 30s, maybe early 40s. I personally, I don't make assumptions like that. If I were to talk to this guy, I would ask him before the Disney purchase, did you buy or have any books from the EU? Have you read any? No, he has not read the expanded universe, and we're going to get into why.
Oh,
Using that fake Melvin image automatically makes him lose all credibility.
Few months. And I think it sort of appears, at least to me, that it coincides with the sort of moving away from the Gatekeepers Alliance channel and them kind of just sort of fading off. Is they
again, they're still posting on their channels at a regular pace. They're streaming on their channels at a regular pace. They're on Twitter, for crying out loud. I believe I follow all 5 of them on Twitter. They're not gone. They're not, they didn't fade.
And if you don't see them posting in the Gatekeepers Alliance all the time, it's because they're trying to figure out when to schedule it.
Exactly. Scheduling conflicts. Like, it's not that hard to figure out. Because as far as I know, OG Star Wars is in a completely different time zone.
Went from, particularly the other 3, OG, Purist, and United Space Alliance, they went from being a part of the overall fandom of Star Wars with their criticisms, which is fine, and then took it to another level where they started to go after people that were essentially on their same side. And they were
Our-siders and fence riders. Tim made a great video about this called the hashtag Drain the Swamp. If we want our movement to be if we want the movement to avenge Star Wars to be successful, we have to call out the people that ride the fence, the people that aren't really in this, to honor or avenge George Lucas Star Wars, which is exactly what people like Griff Trooper don't want to do. Hence why I do believe he's calling them out, because they called him out on his grift. What do you think of the movement? The idea of draining the swamp, calling out the fakers on our side.
Well, let's do it. Drain the deep.
went after them with this thing that, like, if you don't know a specific detail about the EU, right, expanded universe, or you get it wrong, right, you post something that might be incorrect, right, that you're now a fake fan.
Okay, that has never been what any of these people have said at all. And on top of that, if you want people to believe that, you have to show a case of, oh, where did they tell somebody that they are, a fake fan for not remembering, one novel or getting something wrong? You have to show that. You just have to. Because if you don't, people are just going to think you're talking out of your ass, which is what you're doing. I may fast forward a little as the video goes on.
So they went from going after shills, who again just absorb everything Disney does, and many of them just want to get their Disney packages of merch to promote and all those, and get access to the premieres. All those people that are desperate for that. They went from going after,
like, you obviously don't know what Melvin's channel has been doing, but you pull up this, which he's shown on his channel. So what the hell?
Chill elitist, super chill, activist chill, influencer, pro DC content creator, wannabe chill, love Disney, I like some Disney, DC defender, when toxic chills, line of chill, and the night.
I fall into this category.
for them, which is what I think Mr. Grizzy still does generally. I think generally Melvin still does that, to attacking fellow fans that have a lot of the same views, but they just don't know all the details the way they think that they should.
Look, it's not OG's fault that you get triggered every time she corrects you. You narcissist.
Yeah, if someone corrects me, okay, I was wrong. I'll try better next time.
Same here.
Assuming that they're right about their details. And what that is, psychologically, is narcissism.
You are one to talk, man. You made this entire video out of narcissism because your ego got shattered, because you got called out, because you know jack about real Star Wars. You know jack about Disney Star. You know jack about everything.
Man, what a hypocrite.
Exactly.
Pure narcissism. Like, to say that somebody can't be a fan of something because they don't have all of the supposed vast knowledge about that particular thing that you do, that makes them fake. That is,
again, show evidence of them doing this. You can't. It doesn't exist. This is why his video falls apart, chat. This is why his video falls apart. Because he doesn't present any definite evidence. And the evidence that he's going to present later in the video not only shoots him in the back, but has been debunked many times before. I said it before. I said it once before. This is basically the Darth Momo fiasco all over again. Where that idiot made a 6-hour video trying to say that the expanded universe is not part of George's vision.
This video reminds me of Cosmonauts video about the prequels, saying the terrible movies, but he doesn't show he doesn't show actual evidence to support it.
Because they can't. They can't because they don't have anything. They just blow smoke. That's all it is. They blow smoke, but there's no fire. You follow the rainbow, but there's no pot of gold at the end. Spoiler alert, Scripture quotes Starlog. Yep, he's a Starlog humper, as Iron Inquisitor loves to say.
Pure, selfish, self-absorbed, narcissistic thought process. And it's gotten so bad with that. And particularly...
oh, shoot, I really want to get that Quinlan Voss and Asajj Ventress paintings by OG. Those look awesome.
Purist and United Space Alliance have done some videos about me. United did a really cringy, awful rap video about me where he just swears a whole bunch of times. And then they also...
See, this is him getting triggered.
Have, like, clipped me and, like, mixed up clips. There's another guy, I can't remember his name.
Oh, boo-hoo-hoo. Oh, and here's where he talks about Star Wars Scran, chat. Here's where he's going to talk about Star Wars Scran, but he's going to dismiss him as, like, he's not important. He's not important. All they're doing is huffing and puffing, but they can't blow the house down. He huffed and puffed and bleeped and plooped until that wolf was completely poofed.
I will huff I'm Buff, and I'm gonna blow your house down.
But he's sort of affiliated with those guys too, and he just like he'll take like little tiny sound bites from a whole pile of my videos and make this like 3-minute thing of totally out of context stuff. And some of it's hilarious because some of it, and there's gonna be one thing in particular he makes fun of me for, quote, and lumps me in with theory on this too. Literally, George Lucas himself said, and they make these claims that like George Lucas this and George Lucas that, and a lot of it has to do with the EU, right? And how the EU is canon, and that's all they say is if you don't agree with that, you're an idiot. And
I mean, this is 2025, man. It's like with the prequels. If you don't think that the prequels are good, or if you're still peddling the same lies that people like Red Letter Media did all those years ago, you are an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
They have to be lying because
they have to be. Can you prove it is another thing entirely.
No.
You have to prove such an accusation.
Vast swath of George Lucas and George Lucas affiliated people saying what they have to say about the EU is so extensive that there's no way they wouldn't know that.
It was all canon. Everything published was canon. Matthew Stover. Exactly.
So they're just saying, they're again in a narcissistic way, they're saying, I know everything about the EU, so therefore EU is canon, even though...
Except that's not what they've said. They've never said, oh, because I know everything about the expanded universe, that magically makes it canon. That makes no sense.
Also, is it a condition for a narcissist to call other people narcissists?
I think so. When did the Gatekeepers Alliance start? I would have to ask because I actually don't know. I think the official branding came out maybe last year, 2 years ago. I could be wrong.
I think you can find the date on their channel.
Star Triggered. Yeah, I'll double. Actually, yeah. I if I recall, I'm subbed. Give me a sec. To subscriptions. Okay. Rachel Rhino. No. Hang on. Give me a sec. Here we are. Yeah, I'm subbed. Gatekeepers Alliance. Okay, the official channel has been around since December 1st of 2024. So they've been around for close to a year now.
Okay.
Come next month. Jojo Yojo. But remember that there were officially published works that were considered a parody, such as the Lego shorts. Exactly, that's end canon. Welcome to the stream, by the way. For every time he says narcissistic, I should get a dime. I should get one too, because I would really love for this channel to be monetized, so I can actually make some money on the side. I want to say the seeds for the JKA started in 1999 when people defended the prequels, but that's just my idealism and romanticism talking.
There's this huge array of information saying that clearly it is not, okay? There was a time when I was kind of wavering about 6 months ago, but now that I've done the research, forget about it. It's not. It never was.
But I think the closest to the EU he has is the Star Wars Encyclopedia, and that's it. I think that's his extent.
It's also kind of hilarious when he used the words research, like it means something to him.
Yeah. It's hilarious considering that it's pretty much well known that he doesn't do any research whatsoever.
Because they have the knowledge that you don't. So they can make the claim that you're a fake fan and they're better than you because it...
I mean, they are better than you, Griff Trooper, because they actually know what they're talking about, because they actually do research.
Yeah.
They actually do get to say they are better than you. which of course triggers you because that means you can't just make, grift off of Star Wars. You can't just make money off of saying Disney bad or this dumb.
It is canon and they know more about it than you, even though it isn't canon, right? And it's really sad because they've actually committed channel sort of or social media suicide in a way.
Social media suicide, yet I constantly keep seeing new posts from OG Star Wars and United Spacers Alliance every single time I open up X.
Yeah, I constantly see them every day, whenever I'm trying to post something on Twitter too.
You follow them?
For the most part, only OG Star Wars, but I guess I had to follow the other guys.
Definitely follow Tim. He displays like stuff from his collection, and it is awesome.
All right.
Like they've completely shot themselves in the foot because they've essentially said
innovation in American plastics
and
means
here comes the ad. I may or may not end up having to pay for YouTube Premium once I get a trade job.
The worst, no matter who you are. Oh, but listen to me and react to my completely shot themselves in the foot because they've essentially said, I'm the best, you're the worst, no matter who you are. Oh, but listen to me and react to my content and watch my videos. And the
he randomly just puts a photo of OG Star Wars here. Like this is an old photo of her. And this makes me wonder,
he's a stalker.
Yeah, he definitely hates OG out of all of them. Again, she's like the expanded universe equivalent of the boogeyman. Because she's the one who's always going around. She's always debunking people on Twitter. She's always doing stuff on her channel. And it's like people can't stand her as a result. Darth Momo hates her and has even said that she's a fraud as a result of that. Xanatos, Gatekeepers Alliance versus the Phantom Menace. That'd be an interesting video. I do believe I think it may have been Melvin, made a video on that, like how they're not the Phantom Menace. It was either him or Tim. One of those two did it. See you, Mecha G75. Have fun shopping. Question, is the Phantom Menace the people who trashed on the Disney trilogy or the people that started to attack the prequels back in the day? I'd have to double check. I think it may have been the people who, I think it was the prequels, if Khalil is correct.
Yeah, because you don't exactly call it the Phantom Menace for nothing. So, yeah, they fan started with the
is
prequels.
Like,
right.
If I'm going to be told I'm a fake fan because I don't know every detail about some EU story, or I question the validity of some of the EU stuff as it pertains to George's views, then I don't want to be involved with this person. And that's essentially why I've been ignoring them, because I actually initially...
No, if you can't be bothered to do your own damn research, we're going to call you out, especially when you spread an anti-George Lucas, anti-expanded universe narrative that goes against the facts. It's that simple. It's that easy.
Actually, I think I followed all three of them. I'm pretty sure at one time.
Notice he says all three. This video is specifically targeted at OG, United Spacers Alliance, and Star Wars Marvel purist.
On Twitter, but they changed, right? It was almost like we're not getting attention, and so now we're going to shift from the shills to actual fans that agree with us for the most part, but they don't know everything we know, so we're going to attack them so that we look better to others. But the problem is the others.
So he's claiming that they're doing this for attention, even though they're all doing pretty well on their channels. They're doing pretty good.
They don't do this for attention. They do this for facts. They're not a bunch of narcissists.
Like you,
they have their own lives.
Exactly. They all do stuff on their own individual channels.
Hell, I've seen photos and a couple of in short videos made by OG Star Wars that shows her coming out of a Planet Fitness, and even seeing her do some really good artwork.
Exactly. Jorge Lucas, welcome to the stream. Grip Trooper coping hard after getting exposed.
Somebody
See that
has
and
to
say,
find
well,
the Grifter Trooper and send him to Arkham Asylum.
That would be funny.
dude, you guys are saying that if I don't
He's like Edward Nygma in a way, except nowhere near as intelligent.
No.
He's got the narcissism down, though.
Yep.
follow everything you say and agree with everything you say and know all the knowledge you know, I'm a fake fan. So why would I want to be part of your social media presence? Why would I want to support you?
Maybe if you actually did some damn research, you would be, we would be a little less, harsh on you. The Gatekeepers Alliance wouldn't be going after you as hard as they do. In fact, this video basically just made you paint an even bigger target on you.
And you can bet your ass the Gatekeeper Alliance is going to see it on their next stream.
Oh, I mean, I don't know if they will. I know that, again, I said Tim did it on the last spacing. I think Melvin did it earlier this week. I know Purist did it on Rumble on Monday. And OG took a swing at it, and so did Star Wars Scran. He made a 10-minute video. I think the only one who didn't was Mr. Grizzy. But that's because, again, Mr. Grizzy and Melvin pretty much get off light. He pretty much is like, yeah, these guys didn't really attack me. Which, again, kind of exposes that this entire video is born out of selfishness. But anyway, let's look at what he's about to show. So Purist makes this post. Remember, Gilroy Goobers, Andor is Disney Star Wars. Executive producer Kathleen Kennedy, the one you were all celebrating about retiring. Should she remain on at Circus Film after you all tout how mature and OT feeling Ambor is? Be consistent or just admit you want more Kathleen. So this guy named Zoop says, this is essentially saying Phantom Menace sucked, but you want more George Lucas. Be consistent, blah, blah. I can enjoy both Andor and say it's the best workout since the original trilogy and say KK sucks at her job. I can say Lucas both made a masterpiece and released trash. Except all Kathleen Kennedy has released is trash. Andor is trash. Ambor is trash. All of it is garbage. Exactly. People forget Lucas gave us Empire Strikes Back, but he also gave us Howard the Duck. Yeah, but last I checked... sorry, Khalil, you go forward.
Yeah, sorry. Last time I checked, he wasn't the director for Howard the Duck. He was a producer.
Oh, that changes things entirely. Curious question, Brandon. If Disney didn't take a huge poo on Star Wars, would the Gatekeeper Alliance still exist or just be different? I would say it would probably be a bit different because if Disney, stayed faithful to George, I think it would primarily be prequel resurgence. That would be the main thing, and exposing Dave Filoni for being a fraud with TCW. Because I think it mainly would have been prequel resurgence. But that's what I think.
They don't understand that they're actually killing their own channels by doing this, right?
Except their channels are doing perfectly fine. I've been seeing some people do this. Oh, your channels have stagnated. Your channels are dying crap. But it's like, no, these channels get a frequent amount of engagement. I don't know what they're saying. Hell, I'm getting freaking engagement.
I swear, this guy's probably going through the 5 stages of grief, and he is stuck in denial.
That's pretty much every Disney shill, to be honest. Every Disney shill, every fake Star Wars fan. Denial.
Because, there's a wide array, a wide variety of people. Listen, I'll make fun of somebody like Jacob because it's funny. But
here we go. The Disney shill, the guy who's been going so hard to Oh, of course. It has to be the Rey Palpatine version of the lightsaber. It can't be just Anakin's. It's got the stupid strap thing. But listen to what he's going to say.
At the end of the day, he's not a fake fan.
He's not.
Okay.
J.I. Acob is not a fake fan. Rise of Skywalker was the greatest Star Wars movie. He literally just said J.I. Acob, the guy who shills for Rise of Palpatine, Rise of Skywalker, that movie, like, he says he's a real Star Wars fan.
Right.
And this is what exposes Griff Trooper. He's with them.
definitely a fan of Star Wars. He just likes
No, he is not. He is definitely not a Star Wars fan.
stuff that's kind of dumb, in my opinion, or is really dumb, in my opinion, right? It's the same with anybody. Everybody's in a different place, but they latched on to this idea that they're the only real fans because, again, they've spent a lot of time in the EU and have
because they've done their research, you dummy. You dumbass. Like, what? Like, come on, man. It's not that hard. Howard the Duck was awesome. The common thing to put down the creator to defend Disney Star Wars Kennedy, which is very true. The common thing is to put down George. Lucas created a masterpiece in a galaxy. He is Star Wars God. I mean, he's not, I wouldn't say he's a god, but he's the creator.
maker.
He also laid some stinkers. KK sucks and has destroyed the brand, but there have been some gems in spite of her. No, there haven't. Both these statements can be true, and believing them doesn't make one a fake fan. Absolutely. Believing that there have been some gems in Disney Star Wars does make you a fake fan.
knowledge of the EU, and then they lie and say that it was always canon so that they are the arbiters of truth based on a lie.
No. What stinkers? If he crested the masterpiece that is Star Wars, what George has created is much more better than Disney Star Wars. The bar is so low for Disney Star Wars, Ambor seems like the best, yet it is not even George Lucas quality. Brian Sullivan, what stinkers? The entire prequel trilogy isn't good. Sure, there's flashes of brilliance here and there, but I will never forget the disappointment of coming out of the theater for Revenge of the Sith, realizing that Lucas had turned Darth Vader into a pussy-whipped B-word.
The same crap I've been hearing since 2005.
Exactly.
And I'm going to prove to you what a lie it is.
Here we go.
And
You have the evidence?
let's get into this. This is going to shatter their lie claim that they constantly make on Twitter, especially OG, but the other guys too, that the EU is canon and always has been. And you idiots that don't know anything about the EU aren't real fans. Okay, this destroys that idea. It's fake. It's lies. It's their way of trying to say that they're better and superior and their opinion is better and superior. That is literally what it is. That's all it is, based on a lie. So let's get into this. I did what I could, by the way, to keep this in order of...
This is probably the highest amount of quote unquote research he's ever done, by the way, chat.
Of the timeline of quotes from George, because I kind of want to show you guys how it kind of developed over time. So when I was doing this research, these quotes were not in order, so I had to like go back, get the exact place that the quote was made, because a lot of people just kind of threw it on forums and different things. They didn't really give the best backup information for it, and I wanted to make sure we had that and have it in order so you can see how George was thinking the entire time, how his thoughts maybe progressed and or changed or not, right? Or stayed the same, so that we can get a very, very vivid, objective, factual place in this. So, you can understand that these people that are making these claims are full of crap. And this
Ooh, this is gonna be fun. I am bouncing in my seat. The smugness is a symptom of being triggered. Of course. This is just like with Darth Momo, chat. Oh, that is a fire logo, the Star Wars Celebration 3 logo. That is awesome.
is not about Disney being good, EU bad, EU good, Disney bad. This is just simply saying whatever your perspective is on the EU, Disney, Star Wars, whatever, it doesn't matter. This is just about how George Lucas viewed it, how the people around him viewed it, and whether or not this Gatekeeper Alliance nonsense that the EU was canon.
Oh, it's nonsense. I see. He tries to rewrite history here. Think Disney will eventually steal Xanatos from the EU. I hear they already made a canon version of Comas, Vos, the Dark Jedi from Bounty. Kamari Vosa? There's no way she's in there. No way.
Is real, right? And so that's why this is laid out the way I laid it out. But again, they decided to go after people that were essentially on their same side because I think they just did it because they weren't seeing any growth and they just saw it as a way to get attention.
There we go again. That phrase, I think. Dude, you have to actually back this up. You can't just say, I think. You have to actually go like, okay, this is why they're doing it.
And so again, I didn't give them any attention for the most part. I mostly ignored them. And now,
dude, you were throwing hissy fits on Twitter long before you made this video. You did not ignore them.
After
They
rap
sure
video
did
and
ignore
then
you.
Buddy made
But they sure did ignore him.
another really dumb video about me. I haven't even watched it yet. I think he's trying to say based on the thumbnail that like I'm like
it's just like Mr. Grizzy said. Mr. Grizzy has said this once, he said it again, that the shills don't even watch these videos. These fake fans don't actually watch the videos made by any of us. They only get triggered by the thumbnails. That's why I've said this is, very much a one-sided war. Because that's what it is. These people don't bother. They don't actually bother to engage with us. They don't bother to engage with the Gatekeepers Alliance. They don't bother. I bet most of them don't bother to engage with me. I think I've had like maybe 2 Disney shit. I had Around the Galaxy podcast and Carly King interact with me. Those are the only 2. And I actually did end up getting into a debate of sorts with Around the Galaxy, and I won because he ended up blocking me.
Of course.
I think Ben Solo and Disney's awesome or something. That's what it looks like. But like, what are you getting this? Like, you guys know if you've been following my channel for any length of time, this is ridiculous. So I'll get to
maybe watch the video and you'll see, you idiot.
Coaches Six. So there's 2.
Go ahead and subscribe to Star Wars and Politics. That's Tim's second channel. He's been trying to do like 1 upload a day. I highly recommend you go watch his stuff. Very good stuff over there.
There's 2 reasons they went after me. One was that I didn't think the EU was canon. I don't think George Lucas is absolutely perfect, which by the way...
they go after you because you spread bullcrap. You spread lies. You spread misinformation. That's why.
When you see his quotes about the expanded universe, the fact that they use George as like a thing and then also say the expanded universe is canon is so hilarious because it's like, what are you talking about? You're against George Lucas Star Wars. Guess what? The EU isn't George Lucas Star Wars. Like, it's so funny to me how twisted and weird their minds work. So
there we go. He thinks that the EU is not George Lucas Star Wars.
The Acolyte actress Jodie Turner-Smith demands $28,000 monthly alimony from X because of how difficult it is to be a black woman.
Oh, that's hilarious. The shills don't care about hearing the truth. They are shills. Imagine if the entire fandom just united against Disney in an Endgame style that would be very wholesome. That would be awesome, but sadly unrealistic.
Nope.
Oh, I'm Pete Fletzer. I'm an asshole.
That aspect of it. And then the other thing that really set them off too was that I gave Skeleton Crew a chance.
And this is where the facade crumbles. You gave Disney Star Wars a chance. The fact that you continue to give them a chance makes you a fake fan. You tried to peddle, Star Wars does Disney ruin Star Wars and all that, yet you're still willing to give them a chance? That's
Like
fake fan behavior. That's antithetical to what you're doing or want to do.
It's like if you have a serial killer that you want to take down, and for some reason you're asking him to help you.
These are the same people that went after a Critical Drinker. Like they're just idiots.
They went after Critical Drinker because he praised Shillington Crew. He had it coming.
Initially tried to get into Skeleton Crew, and the first few episodes I gave it like a 4 out of 10 or something, like a satisfactory, low satisfaction grading, and
that is too high.
Then they just like, oh, you're a shill, you think you're a fence rider, look at this fence riding shill. It's like, you guys are nuts. Like, you guys are nuts. And you guys know me, everything I do is analytical, so like I take this.
Dude, you have the analysis. Dude, you're about as analytical as a blind man. Shut up.
Story, I take the scenes, I analyze them. I'm as objective as humanly possible. And so here we are. Let's get.
Dude, you can't even. This entire video is being made because you got your feefies hurt. This is not objective in the slightest. Ah.
Oh my god, what an imbecile.
I've seen this once several days ago, and it still drives me nuts, like just how stupid he is in this video. It's too late to give Disney Star Wars a chance. It's 2025. It's been, 10 years now since they bought the IP?
No, it's been 13 years.
13 years. If you're giving them a chance, you're a fake fan. It's that simple. Rejects EU and embraces a trash Disney Star Wars show, such a fake fan. Exactly.
Objective here about the EU, because that's their big argument. You're a fake fan if you don't accept the EU as George Lucas canon and know everything about it.
Again, when have they ever said that you need to know everything about because if that was true, they would be calling me a fake fan every time I tried to talk about Star Wars, because there are parts of the EU that I haven't even touched yet. I haven't touched the Old Republic outside of KOTOR, and I've only read Vector Prime of the New Jedi Order series. There's areas where I'm still in the dark. Obviously, the reason why they don't call me a fake fan, and I am living proof that your argument is bullcrap, is because I am genuinely passionate about George Lucas Star Wars. I want to know more. I actually read the books, and I reject Disney Star Wars. I hate Disney Star Wars. They don't call me a fake fan. None of them do. I'd like to say that they all see me as a real Star Wars fan.
Which you are.
They do, and they're better than you. So 1999, we'll start there. And this
Dude, I'm better than you. And I'm nowhere near as knowledgeable as someone like OG or Tim. I don't think I ever could be. But
is from Barry Norman's Film Night. It was broadcast on the BBC in 1999 in July. Oh, and one last
okay, so here's where we're gonna, fast forward a little bit.
thing. I have the years in order. I don't necessarily have exactly when the quotes within those years were, but I got the years in order.
I'm gonna say that's Talon Card right there. Somebody say it. Tell me if I got that correct. If that's Talon Card.
So 1999. George Lucas says, yeah, I'm certainly not going to worry about that. And the fans, they generate their own stories, their own ideas. They have their own fantasy life that goes around the movies, and that's fine.
Okay, right here with this, that's the fans. He never does that to like describe the EU authors in general. He never calls them the fans.
Yeah, I am certainly not going to worry about that. And the fans, they generate their own stories, their own ideas. They have their own fantasy life that goes around the movies, and that's fine. But I try to keep away from all of that. I don't even read the offshoot books that comes out based on Star Wars.
Like this final statement is basically him talking about the EU. All of this would be him talking about fan fiction.
But I try to keep away from all that. I don't even read the offshoot books that come out based on Star Wars. He doesn't read them, guys. He doesn't even read the EU.
Now, yeah, I'm still streaming. Straw man argument from the Griff Trooper. The Gatekeepers Alliance encourages people to experience the EU. They don't look down on people that haven't. Hey, I'm willing to help people, get into the EU if they want. I posted audio drama playlists on my channel and made them public. So if anyone wants to take a dive into the EU, they can always go there too. And yet he still includes them as part of the Star Wars canon. He references them, for God's sake.
Guys. Okay, that's just one. Okay, there's so many here, guys. This is going to absolutely obliterate this entire.
George Lucas, Steven Spielberg, and I don't know who this last guy is.
It's Francis Ford Coppola. He directed the Godfather films.
Oh, so you got like a trifecta of awesome here.
In this clip, they gave the Oscar for Best Director to Martin Scorsese.
Martin Scorsese? Wow.
Yep.
Oh,
Fellas.
that is a great nickname, Grinch Trooper. I love that. If he didn't read the expanded universe, then why did he stop Dark Horse from making Tales of the Jedi about Anakin? Why did Lucas stop them from killing off Luke? Exactly. I actually asked him this, and he says, good question. He doesn't even bother to answer. I stumped him on this. And we're going to see. You're going to see. The last quote I would definitely want to show you guys is the one that shoots his argument entirely in the foot.
Higher argument, and it needs to happen because it's just nonsense. It's a narcissistical, nonsensical load of crap. So TV Guide in 2001 says
is it
novel
Ayla Sakura and Quillen Boss that appear in expanded universe stories, and then George Lucas put them in the films?
Exactly. They were expanded universe characters first, and then they were put in the movies.
Novelists have written Star Wars sequels.
Yet novelists have written Star Wars sequels using the same characters and extending their stories.
Using the same characters and extending their stories. And then George says, oh, sure, they're done outside my little universe.
Which is referencing the medium, you idiot.
How can you interpret that any other way? So this is
in terms of medium. Like, I wish George, said worded these better, but still. This is, the logic Scran showed. The Empire Strikes Back screenplay wasn't written by George, therefore it's not canon according to Goober Trooper. I started reading Hard Contact of the Republic Commando series and just finished Rogue Squadron from the X-Wing series and started Wedge's Gamble. They're great. See? Solar Volodun is getting into the EU. It's not that hard, guys. Experience real Star Wars.
2001 TV Guide interview. They're outside my little universe. So
Look at, you can hear that smug ass smile on his face. You can hear it.
Hell, I could even feel it.
I think the Bounty Hunter game came after the movie, though. Star Wars Forge.
even if the first quote you want to argue that, oh, that wasn't the EU, that was other fan stuff. Okay, well, this one's definitely the EU. They're literally saying, yet novelists have written Star Wars sequels. They're saying that.
George looks so awesome in sunglasses.
He says they're done outside my universe. Like, what planet are you on? Like, he's saying it to your face, but because you have knowledge of it and you're a narcissist, you want to pretend that it's canon so that you can feel like you're better than everybody else.
Dude, stop calling them narcissists. You're going to make Casual Chris a rich man, and then I want to mooch off of him because then I don't have to do work. Why does it say little? Huh?
Because it's about working his space.
His working space. Exactly.
Also, the Riddler is a huge narcissist, and even he will be saying, dude, calm
He would be
down."
insulting Griff Trooper for his lack of intelligence.
And constantly quote tweet people. That's all. By the way, that's all these people do. They quote tweet other people's tweets and try to make fun of them and go after them. People that could be supporters of their social media presence, that agree with them on Disney and a lot of stuff, but they're so desperate for attention in their narcissistic ways. Here's another one.
Again, now he's speaking they're doing this for attention. He's speaking of that as if it's a fact. Now he's convinced himself that it's a fact. And in 2012, George says a whole world of Star Wars, which debunks the rest of the quotes. He literally debunks this when he wrote the foreword for Splinter of the Mind's Eye. Ooh, Attack of the Clones came out in May 2002 and Bounty Hunter on November of that same year, but it seems that the game's production started in 2000. Wow.
Makes sense because production of Attack of the Clones was also in 2000.
So they tied into each other. That's even more evidence.
Yeah.
He's crying about literally everything they're doing, not just the quote tweeting. I think he's only doing the quote tweeting because he's gotten quote tweeted.
A year later, 2002. Do you supervise the development of all the off-movie stories? After all, Star Wars exists in books and in comics. You know, I try not to think about that. I have my own world in movies, and I follow that.
You know, that doesn't exactly explain the question. That doesn't even say, he doesn't say yes or no to that. But George does indeed supervise it. There's lots of evidence for this.
He doesn't care. And I think the whole thing that these guys are basing everything on comes from this one small section of George's interview when he was announcing that he was going to make Kathleen Kennedy his successor and sell to Disney. So listen.
If you bothered to watch OG Star Wars' content in particular, you would know that it's not just this one clip, you idiot.
Listen to this one small segment, and this is what I think their entire argument about EU is canon is based on.
I have story treatments of 7, 8, and 9 and a bunch of other movies, and obviously we have hundreds of books and comics and everything you could possibly imagine. So, you know, I sort of moved that treasure trove of stories and various things to Kathy, and, you know, I have complete confidence that she's going to take them and make great movies.
So we're going to say that the whole thing is based on that when there's all these.
No, not just that one. Oh, God. Again, he barely does any research. Scran, Star Wars Scran, sub to him, by the way. He's a great channel. That guy, he has whole playlists that prove otherwise. Ah.
I'm not even close to being done. I'm not even close. So that was 2002 from theforce.net. I have my own world in movies that I follow. In other words, he doesn't care about... So he doesn't read the EU. He doesn't pay attention to it. But it's the most important thing in Star Wars.
Okay, first of all, no one has ever said it's the most important thing in Star Wars. That is the 6 films first and foremost. Everybody knows that. Those 6 films are the most important thing in Star Wars. But if you dug a little deeper, Griff Trooper, you would have found the truth. And you would have realized that you have been wrong this whole time. But then again, you barely even broke the surface. I don't even think you put the tip of the shovel to the dirt. This is just George saying he's only involved with the movie production and not the novels. It has nothing to do with the legitimacy of the Lucasfilm novels at the time.
Like, I'm not arguing that it wouldn't have been better to do the EU than Disney, but you guys, you're full of crap because you're full of yourself.
Says the guy who's full of himself. I could literally taste it. I could lick my screen and I could taste it.
What does it
Way to
taste
go.
like?
You've read all the EU books. George didn't have time.
Okay, yeah, everybody knows he didn't have time to read it. He read the comics, everyone knows that, and nobody blames him for not having time to read it. He was running a company, for crying out loud.
And making fucking movies.
Exactly.
Woo! Here's another one, 2002 from Cinescape. There are 2 worlds here. There's my world, which is the movies. And there's this other world that has been created, which
this one
is a parallel universe. The licensing world of the books, games, and comic books. It's a parallel universe. In other words, it runs beside, not in conjunction. Beside. It has some of the same characters, some of the same stuff, it's same universe, but it's parallel. It's not part of the movies. He's making that very clear. And you guys just lie. You lie to everybody.
Okay, then why the hell does he reference the EU constantly? Oh, don't worry. He actually even admitted that part of his PFP now is a combination of all trooper helmets, including the First Order helmet. And I actually took a look at his avatar. Yeah, he does. I'll have to highlight it for you. But he does have, part of the First Order Stormtrooper as part of his PFP. So he didn't fully get rid of it.
You lie on Twitter constantly. I don't know why you guys do this. Why are you doing this for? Just
again, if you looked at the evidence they've presented, you would know why.
Because you want to feel like you're bigger and better than you are because you read a bunch of books? Like, really?
No. Again. But then he references the encyclopedias, which are EU and official canon. Exactly. George has even gone as far as to say that he goes through the encyclopedias to make sure that he doesn't steal somebody else's name. Like, if he didn't see the EU as canon, he could have just steamrolled over everything. But he doesn't. He didn't. He exposed himself further with that Stormtrooper helmet comment. Absolutely. I can actually post that on my community post that he still has part of that, helmet in his current PFP.
Are you serious? That's what this is? Can you quote any good stories other than the movies? This is from 2002. Can you quote any good stories other than the movies? No, I don't think so. And he laughs. That's how much he cared about your EU.
Or maybe because he's freaking too busy running a company to remember at the moment, you jackass.
I don't think so, laughs. You guys, it's great that you have all that knowledge. That doesn't make you better than anybody else.
It certainly makes us better than you.
You think it does or not. And then when you go to George Lucas and say, oh, well, it's George Lucas of Star Wars, George Lucas, I love George Lucas, how dare you criticize George Lucas. George Lucas thinks your books are dumb and laughs at them. Okay?
When did he say that? When did he say that
Never.
the books are dumb?
Never.
But then he compliments the micros. Exactly! The micro series, damn it! Which he even had requested be linked up and lead into Revenge of the Sith. Now, why would he ever want that? Huh? You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, what are you talking about? What do you think of the expanded universe books he's asked in 2003? The books are in a different universe. I've not read any of them. And I told them when they started writing, I wouldn't read any of them. And I blocked out certain periods. In other words, certain time periods where they couldn't touch where the real story happens.
This is the quote that shoots him in the foot. If he didn't see the EU as canon, if he truly saw it as like a different universe, like a multiverse, why did he block out certain periods? Why did he block out the prequel era? Why was it that nobody could write anything about Anakin or Obi-Wan before the prequels got made, huh?
So that it wouldn't be spoiled.
Exactly. If George could have just easily steamrolled over all of this, but he didn't. He cared. He reads the comics. Damn right, the micro series needs more recognition.
You guys, why are you lying? They're in it.
If I was a drinking man and I took a shot for every time he says "you guys," I'd be wasted right now.
Yeah.
Different universe. I have not read any of them. And Buddy made some video about me saying, and with Star Wars Theory, saying that I don't have time because I don't have time to read them.
Oh, here we go. He's now trying to use George Lucas not having time. You know, he's trying to justify George Lucas not having time to read the EU for him. He's trying to say that the reason he doesn't have time to read the expanded universe, but that's okay because George didn't have time. Dude, you barely do any research for your videos. What the hell are you doing on your ass all day? You have plenty of time.
Yeah.
But then he says this universe later on. OG Star Wars showed this. Exactly. Another case of him getting his ass kicked.
I have way too much going on. And he was using that as like see, he's a fake fan. He's a fence riding loser. Because he said he doesn't have time to read the EU. Neither does your god, George Lucas.
Who said he's our god?
You never read any of them. You didn't even read one.
Here we go.
Oh, shut up.
It's really starting to get to him. That smugness, that ego.
You guys are so stupid. This is so insane that you went down this road because you're a narcissist and you knew full well this was the case. And you still went down that road because you really thought people were so stupid they wouldn't be able to look this stuff up and find out what he really thought.
How again, do you have any proof of that?
No, he doesn't.
You're a narcissist. Narcissists always think everyone else around them is stupid and they're the smart ones. This is unbelievable. This is even crazier than I thought. I'm not even close to being done, you guys. The amount of quotes are just nuts.
Yeah, I think I'm going to cut off the quotes there because it's pretty much nothing. It's nothing really that new. It's just a bunch of the other crap. He does quote Starlog again. But basically, this is just him having a whole And I've got another ad. Damn. That's like what, my second ad?
Yeah, it's a second.
Just nuke your accounts. Literally. And 2004, and she says, George knows more about Star Wars than we do. He doesn't see the expanded universe as his Star Wars, but as ours. I think this has to be mentioned. What do you guys need, man? Like, what do you guys need? Just nuke your accounts.
Oh, I didn't get to this part. He wants them to get off the internet. He wants them to be gone so he can be free to grift and spread lies and misinformation. He wants them to nuke their accounts. Holy crap. You guys, speaking of guises, Script Trooper is a fake Star Wars fan. Shows contempt for George Lucas. You gizzy. You guys. Because he understands Star Wars is bigger than him. Selling Disney is proof. No, his for the foreword he wrote for Splinter in the Mind's Eye shows that George understood that he made something that was bigger than himself. He allowed other people to play in his universe, and it became this glorious piece of Western fiction.
Literally, nuke all of your accounts. He doesn't see the expanded universe as his Star Wars, but as ours. I think this has been mentioned previously, maybe in other places, but it's not new information as far as I remember. And that's back in 2004. It's not new information as far as I remember that he doesn't see the expanded universe as his Star Wars. Seriously, delete your channels, nuke your Twitter accounts.
Oh, he's serious, guys. This is like the third time he's reading. Literally nuke your accounts, guys. Please stop exposing me on the internet. Exactly. Who's my favorite expanded universe character? Dude, I could sit here all day and tell you about my favorite expanded universe characters. I mean, for one, I love the Delta Squad. I love Captain Fordo. There's so many.
Everything you're based on is a lie, guys. Why did you guys attack us? The people that were supporting the anti-Disney thing.
Because you're liars and you're not actually genuine. Draining the swamp is the thing. There's Rumble. Rumble's the backup plan. I think we have time for like maybe one more video about this. Yeah, Justin from Star Wars Marvel Purist sadly got his channel taken down, but he moved over to Rumble. If you can get a Rumble account, go support him over there. If you can.
Like, why did you guys move the goalpost from criticizing crappy Disney Star Wars to, oh, if you don't think the EU is canon and worship it and know everything about it, you're a fake fan? Why did you do that?
Who said they moved the goalpost, man? Have you even seen their content? They still crap on modern Star Wars.
What were you thinking? Why are you such narcissists that think you know everything? You're not. You're dumb.
Oh my God.
And you know you're lying because there's no way you guys haven't seen some of these quotes. So your whole personas are based on lies. You guys need to delete your channels. You need to nuke your...
Okay, obviously this person has not read Star Wars or even dived into Book of the Sith, which my dad owns, by the way. Why not just tell them about the book instead of quote tweeting them to show off how much more you know than them? Why don't you not talk about stuff you don't know instead of pretending and then arguing about it? Great comeback from OG Star Wars. Crybaby Horse King, Carly King got Justin deleted his channel for false flagging. All the video games are not canon because George Lucas hasn't personally played each one of them, guys.
Twitters, because this is all going to come out. I'm not the only one. There's another video that came out a little while ago, a few days ago. It's got over 100,000 views, showing you guys for the liars that you are. He does it in a different way, but I don't know what you guys are doing, man.
Who would that be then? I would not know. I would have to look that up.
This one's going to be tough, but it's something that needs to be said. Guys, when you're making the decision to support a channel, you need to do so with authenticity, not just because you want to gain some attention and support for your eventual channel launch. That's fine if you want to try to launch your own channel, but don't support a channel initially just to try and leech off of the followers from that channel. Leave it to the professionals when it comes to a lot of this stuff. Don't go out there and support someone. Oh, I'm going to support them for 90 days, 6 months, and then ghost them once you start your own channel. That's not authentic, and it's not something that we here at United Spacers Alliance support.
You need to
You better take those words to heart, you idiot.
start over because you screwed up. You messed up. And again, I'm sorry to do this, but that's
you're sorry to do this, yet your earlier behavior indicates that you absolutely love this, that you are reveling in trying to take them down. And of course, it fails.
just the way it is. You screwed up and you lied. You've been lying for years now. Straight up lying to people's faces and alienating people that were on your side when it came to Disney Star Wars, including me. I used to consider you guys friends.
Oh, of course, you considered them friends. They never considered you friends. Justin has literally said this in Discord servers I'm on with him. You guys were never friends. You're just adding that on to make yourself look even more to make this look more heartbreaking and tragic, when in reality, it's just a lie on your end. If you had just done your research and not spread an anti-George Lucas, an anti-expanded universe narrative, they would not have gone after you. If you had legitimately been authentic, you would have not gone the ass whooping that you absolutely deserve. Every single time you get called out, every single time that you get insulted, every time they keep showcasing you for being the idiot that you are, it's rightfully and justifiably deserved. You brought this on yourself. Nobody forced you to do this. This is on you. And every other single idiot who has ever tried to go after George Lucas Star Wars and the expanded universe. You guys can try, but you'll always fail. Do or do not, there is no try. Do your research or don't even bother. Don't step into the ring because you are going to be carried out on a stretcher. Captain Phoebius, welcome to the stream. Script Trooper can break down Andor, but can't read and research the EU. Ironic. Very much. One last video, and we're done. But first, what are your thoughts, Khalil, on Griff Trooper?
How long is the video?
45 minutes. I skipped through like most of it. Khalil? And he went silent. And I'll just read these off until he can get his mic on. He reminds me of Carly King because if he wasn't triggered or bothered, he wouldn't want or wish that either of these channels to be canceled or permanently deleted. He's that mad just like others. Exactly. Because what these people want is that they just want to be able to do their little thing and not be called out. They want to exist in their own little bubbles. But the thing is, when you're on the internet, someone is always going to come after you. It happens. That's why you got to have thick skin. It's always the Disney Star Wars fans or the anti-EU rhetoric fans that want to do their gatekeeping or delete other YouTube channels. They're that triggered and that upset. Like, none of the members of the Gatekeepers Alliance have ever told someone to get their butt, to delete their channels or whatnot. I don't really advocate for that. No one advocates for that except for them. Because they want to paint the same kind of lie they did back with the prequel trilogy. Quill? I'm hearing your surround sound. Please tell me your mic didn't just conk out on you again. Strange things are happening, chat. Strange things.
Can you hear me again?
Yep, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, man. Piece of advice: you should invest in a microphone.
Maybe at some point.
So, friendly piece of advice. Anyway, last video, and this one I wanted to cover because I found this one a while back because somebody talked about it. Mr. Grizzy came under attack by Eric Debunks, a channel that has been exposed by Tim over on his Star Wars and Politics channel. So let's see what he has to say about good old Mr. Grizzy.
Going to react to a video from a channel that you guys have been asking me about for a long time. I misspoke in yesterday's video. I said Mr. Grizzly because I was thinking like Grizzly Bear, but it's not. It is Mr. Grizzy. It's a channel with a little over 30,000 subscribers. Flew under the radar for me. I didn't know a lot about this channel. I asked around and had someone send me a video from the channel, and they're like, this is a good one to watch and react to. It is a recent video. And the title of the video, before I bring it up on screen here, what is the title of this video? The title of this video is Spoiled MCU Shill Whines About Not Getting Enough Avengers Doomsday Access and Interviews.
Oh, yeah, when he went after new rock stars. Boss's Closet, yo.
Mm-hmm.
The Star Wars action figures are not canon because George didn't collect and play with all of them. Darth Vader action figure from 1977 equals not canon. You guys are killing it in the chat.
Now, since I don't know a lot about this channel, this video reaction is going to be to the rhetoric in the video, like things that I hear these channels and these guys complain about quite a bit. I'll do a deeper dive into Mr. Grizzy at some point, but I've heard this video is one that's worth watching and debunking.
Oh, a deeper dive. So he's planning on going after Mr. Grizzy even more, I see. I'll have to keep my eye out then. Because nobody goes after Mr. Grizzy. Nobody. Because he did this was 8 days ago too. Because I think this whole guy's thing is attacking people like Grizzy.
And reacting to it has 20,000 views about 2 days. Oh, I don't have it up on the screen. I thought I clicked it to bring it up on the screen. Anyway, all right, so let's get into this. We're going to watch this video. I hope it's a good one. We'll see.
I've seen this. It's a great video. Mr. Grizzy makes great content. I highly recommend that you, subscribe to his stuff. Dude looks like he's from Red Letter Media's Nerd Crew. Eric Voss is a huge shill. Oh, he is.
Where the brain rot is on this one.
He also very likely is gay.
You guys know I like to talk shit, so let's talk shit.
Eric Voss of the New Rockstars, one of the most connected shills that we cover here on the channel.
Bring us on The View.
I don't know it. No, don't bring me.
Bring us on The View.
You know, it's always funny to me when like there's just immediate homophobia. It's like immediate. Like
hit it automatically with the istaphobes. There we go. Right off the gate. Like we're a minute into minute and a half into the video, and we're already getting the instaphobes out. Oh, this video is fun. This guy is a cornball with glasses.
In your face. Just fucking homophobia every time. Which, by the way, I don't know if this guy is a shill or not. I'm not really going to defend him, but I will defend broader conversations about what a shill is and the kind of content system that we have on YouTube when it comes to the ecosystem of channels that talk positive and negatively about stuff. I want to talk about that a little bit.
Is not too happy at the moment with the lack of marketing for Avengers Doomsday and the lack of Disney shill access he's getting for it as well.
The fact that this is so weird is really what I want to talk about, though. Why is Marvel waiting this long to? I mean, yes, we know that back in March they had that weird set share live stream. You have an opportunity to fill that space with information, with great franchise management, with like cool marketing that you could win awards for and gain and restore.
I'll give him credit. He's not doing shill face. I recognize this guy with the yellow hat. He made a video, Vera Dark, and claiming she's a grifter because she calls out the AAA video game industry and all their stuff. I think he also went after Melanie Mac, too. Although I think Melanie Mac might be a grifter. I think so.
A lot of goodwill for. And instead, where are you? You're hiding behind your fortress and hoping that the fan base stays positive.
The funny thing about this is what he's saying here doesn't sound very shill to me. He's criticizing them. This is a criticism. A shill would not criticize something. A shill would blindly love it and promote it and be positive about it, regardless of what they're doing.
Which he does. Did you not see him during the Acolyte, man? I mean, no, you haven't because you're an idiot, but... And again, like Grift Trooper, you don't do any damn research.
Immediately, the clip that you're showing is showing someone that isn't shilling.
Look, the thing is, which you don't understand, is that when Disney makes a move that the Disney shills don't like, they will instantly turn and start cannibalizing Disney. They will turn on them and start, attacking them. You had people, back when the Acolyte got canceled, shaming Disney for it. They will instantly turn on their masters the second they do something that doesn't fit with their, brain-diseased minds.
So I don't understand. I don't think Mr. Grizzy understands what a shill is. Like, this is an example of somebody who is criticizing Disney and Marvel for not interacting with fans and trying to rejuvenate goodwill, which is something that the community that Mr. Grizzy is associated with typically criticizes Marvel and Disney for. So it sounds to me like he's saying something that you would probably agree with if you weren't so committed to the narrative that you're trying to say here.
So Eric Voss, as you can see, not too happy at the moment.
You don't have to listen to us. You don't even have to do it the way we're prescribing to you right now, Disney, but like do something with this. Like
you're seeing somebody who's literally trying to tell the corporation he gets paid by what to do.
Love of God.
Yeah,
this sounds to me like not a shill. If you were to say this person was a chud, I'd probably be like, yeah, this is a chud because he's complaining about something. But a shill wouldn't complain.
Shills do complain, dude. They don't complain. They complain when they're not getting access, which is exactly what Boss is doing.
This is fucking crazy.
And again, did you not see the photos that Grizzy showed?
Anyway, let's continue.
Love of God, Disney, he busted his ass shilling for you in 2025. He defended and praised Captain America Brave New World.
I mean, it's subjective. You can defend or not defend it. It doesn't matter.
Well, if you defend this movie, you're a fake Marvel fan. So this movie is objectively terrible.
Well, I never really seen it, so...
I have seen the reviews, and I know that Sam Wilson is not Captain America. Steve Rogers is. And he always will be.
The idea that someone is a shill because they like something that you don't like is fucking brain rot.
Did you see the photos at the beginning of the video? Oh, God. He didn't, did he? Another person who's not paying attention to what he's literally seeing on screen.
It's it's dumb. It's dishonesty. It's intellectually dishonest to say.
It is not, dude. Dude, you did not.
That. I know people that like this movie. I thought I was lukewarm on it, but I know people that like this movie, and they will argue about why they like it. That doesn't make them a shill.
And everyone
That makes them a fake fan. That's what.
hated it.
Brave New World is significantly better than many of the recent MCU films.
So why would a shill say that the most recent Marvel movie is better than other movies? If they're a shill, they would have loved all the other movies.
Because that's the narrative. It's the best product here before the next product comes out. Don't ask questions. Just consume product and then get excited for next product. If you have, a movie comes out, they'll say it's the best thing ever. But then when another movie comes out, they will say, oh, this is the best movie in this franchise ever. That's their narrative. That's what they're trying to push. Exactly. That's exactly what they do. If only this guy does his homework, he would have known the lore and the stories behind this guy. But of course he won't, and he's just getting offended by the thumbnail. He got offended by one joke. One joke.
The shill argument falls apart when somebody is being critical of the thing. I don't know a lot about this guy, but the 2 clips you've used so far don't seem like a shill to me.
Did you see the photos? Khalil, come on. He did not see the photos.
I don't think he did, and he's wearing glasses.
He's wearing thick glasses. They're thicker than mine.
Person would literally just be excited about everything and never ever criticize any of the stuff they're talking about.
He overhyped the shit out of Thunderbolts.
9.1 out of 10. I said this movie, it's the best Marvel movie since Endgame, and I meant it.
It's subjective. Again, it's subjective.
It's not. He says this about literally every Marvel movie he can.
I would not disagree with people saying Thunderbolts was the best Marvel movie of this year. Like, if you're looking at the 3 movies as films, Thunderbolts is better than Fantastic Four and Brave New World. In my opinion,
it's still a garbage movie, though.
And I think there's a lot of people that would agree with me. You just don't like the fact that he's giving it a high score because you've got a narrative. The channel that you have and the content that you're making, if it does in fact align with all of the other shit that I watch, then chances are you just don't want them to have anything good. So any score low or any score higher than the absolute dog shit scores to you is going to be shilling. It's
not.
It's just a dumb, intellectually dishonest narrative. That's all it is.
You barely even know anything about Grizzy. The 3 films were mid. Thunderbolts was not good. I call it the Thunderdolts. Movie has themes about depression. It good. Every defense for Thunder. I remember they were saying something about how it was like a deep dive into mental illness and how that narrative got destroyed.
Yes, it is true. I still think it is.
He also strongly praised Fantastic Four First Steps.
8.8 out of 10. I liked it a lot.
And of course, last but not least, he absolutely loved D.E. Ironheart.
Here, you have some evidence, man. Evidence of him being a shill. Also, what the hell is this? What the hell is this poster? They're not even trying to do the half human, half hero mask bit correctly. This doesn't look right.
It looks Photoshopped.
Badly Photoshopped. Shills often pretend to be critical in order to make the grifts seem legitimate.
Ironheart really...
Oh, that was rough. D.E. Ironheart? That's rough, bro.
That was a joke, man. Come on. And yeah, it is D.E. Ironheart. They had a literal freaking mental ill man thinking it was a woman in that show. Or vice versa. At this point, I don't know anymore. These freaks all start to blend together. Ironheart isn't a hero. She's a terrible person. She's a supervillain masquerading as a hero.
She is.
What? D.E.
Like, she would be one of the villains Iron Man would take down.
Ironheart? Oh my God. Besides that, again, these are all subjective things. Like, the idea that something is objectively bad when it comes to art is a fundamental misunderstanding of what art is.
Oh my God. I hate this argument so damn much because I hear it time after time after time again. Art is not, again, films are more than just art. They are a product. And, you know, you can have your bad writing. You can have your good writing. Their objectivity does exist in there. If I write a movie and I write about a character and then I make that character make a decision that's out of character and I don't have a reason for why they would make that decision out of character in that moment, it's bad writing. It's inconsistent. It's a flaw, an objective flaw that you can't oversee. That's how it works. But you guys ignored this and say, oh, it's subjective. It's subjective. No, there isn't an objectivity to it.
It's just, it's a complete, like you're not even processing. Bro, you're not even processing art correctly. The whole point of art, in terms of like the way the public takes it in, is that people can walk away from that having differences of opinions about it, taking different things away from it, talking about it, making you think, making people love it or hate it. That's the point of art, man.
Okay, Batman and Robin. I know there are some people who like that movie. I'm one of them. But people collectively overall agree it's not a good movie. People can be subjective as well as objective about it.
Yeah.
That's what art is. The idea that this guy is somehow a shill when he's not giving everything 10 out of 10 is fucking crazy to me. Like, to the level of shill now is just being excited about stuff and ranking things. Ranking things in a list, that's a shill now? Okay.
Just feels like they made this show for us, and I love it. I love this show. It's it just does so many things well.
You must be on crack.
Eric Voss has busted.
Oh God, the media literacy discourse. What that means is interpreting art in the politically correct way. Yeah, not the first time I've seen that happen.
Busted his ass praising and defending Disney Marvel in the year 2025, and I think he feels like he deserves to be rewarded for it. He needs something from Avengers.
That's really interesting that you use the word feel. Feel's doing a lot of heavy lifting, guys. So fam, feelings are not facts. The idea that someone simply liking something in any capacity.
Dude, Disney shills are easy to read. We can read them like a book. It's like prequel haters. We can read them like a book. Anyone with common sense can read these people like a book. I can, my chat can, Kawil can, we all can. We are all people of common sense here on my channel.
Indeed.
And it's like this idea of we feel comes from based on past information, based on pattern of recognition. We're not just pulling this out of our ass.
The idea that person is now, they're assuming that person is asking for some sort of favor in return without outright saying it or giving some sort of like example. Like, is there an example of this guy asking for something in exchange for giving high scores? Because if there isn't, then you have no proof of what you're saying.
I think he was part of the Renew the Acolyte crowd at some point.
You have no proof whatsoever.
Spent $1,000 for those billboards.
Yeah, because the shills were demanding, they renew the Acolyte.
That he can make content off of. He needs another casting update. He needs an Avengers Doomsday trailer, and he needs it now.
All I'm saying is that 2026 is...
Well, you act like you're not going to do that. I don't know a lot about your channel, but I can assure you, if Mr. Grizzly's channel is anything like these other guys' channels, you are waiting on bated breath. You are lubed up. You're lubed the fuck up, and you're gooning right now, thinking about when the next Marvel trailer is going to drop. So you can just talk about it as negatively as possible, as often as you can on your channel. You are primed and ready. You're sniffing poppers thinking about this. 100%.
I feel so old. I'm not that old, but I feel extremely old listening to this freaking 30-year-old man, basement dweller, speaking in like modern day lingo. Like, good God. Also, Grizzy never talks about the trailers themselves. He talks about the shills reacting to it. A shill, when you make a valid criticism on a piece of media that is being shilled for. Art is subjective.
So to pretend like these guys doing their podcast are also sitting around waiting for the trailer, and that makes them shills, that's just fucking stupid. It's pure stupidity.
About to be a big fucking year.
I know your video is pure stupid, yet here I am. Here's Kawil. Did he just reference poppers? Ew. I don't even want to know what that is if it's disgusting.
We're going to have Christopher Nolan dominate this summer. We're going to have Spider-Man and Hulk in a movie.
God, don't remind me about that movie. I am so not looking forward to having to track. I'm going to have to go back and become public enemy #1 of the Spider-Man fandom again over it. Because I'm the only person in that fandom with any kind of common sense left. Oh, come on, not again. Why is my computer doing this to me? Hang on, give me a sec. I'm going. Okay, okay, I think that. Why just. Can anyone hear me?
Yes.
My screen just froze up again. I don't know what's going on with my computer. Like my internet is closed. Give me a second. I'm gonna close it and then I'm gonna see if I can open it again. Or can I open a new window? And will that miraculously work? Nope. That is just fried. Yeah, it's just fried. Oh no, wait, I'm good. I saved it. For the love of God, I saved it. Hey, Geebit21. Yes, I am a Transformers fan. Yeah. I'm totally fine. Okay, let me share the screen again. Whew. Crisis averted, chat. We're all good. It's all good. Sorry, Kawil.
That's fine.
I am indeed a Transformers fan. If you see a lot of my posts, I post my Transformers collection on there. And other stuff.
Danger of those movies overshadowing a movie that really needs to make $2 billion if they don't start marketing it right now.
Again, criticizing. Shills don't criticize.
Shills want their companies to succeed, damn it. And that's exactly what Voss wants. He wants Disney to succeed. We don't.
Shills don't fucking criticize. If you're a shill, you don't say anything bad about something. You literally make excuses. If he were shilling, he'd be like, what's going to be okay? It's going to be okay. They'll put ads out when they're ready. I'm sure it'll be wonderful. I'm sure it'll be fantastic. All these haters out there that are complaining they're not advertising yet, it'll be fine. They're going to be great. It's Marvel. It's going to be 10 out of 10. That's what he would be saying if he's a shill. He wouldn't be sitting here criticizing them for making mistakes on marketing. Oh, like this video is giving me like a fucking headache.
And
just like how this video is, you're stupid.
It's actually putting me to sleep.
Come on, Kawil, we've got 10 more minutes. Stay with me.
All right.
Stay with me.
But after this?
Yes,
all
after
right.
this, we're done. We're done.
All right, thank you.
Like, it's weird that we got this Doomsday set share announcement. and there's been, and maybe we'll get a trailer that will shut us up real fast, but I feel like these months in between have been wasted.
And more importantly, the studio heads, cast, and people working on Avengers Doomsday need to make themselves available to him and the rest of the shill influencers.
You don't have anyone who's kind of online who's just like interacting with fans. And you don't have the kind of directors who do that either. The Russo brothers aren't going to do that.
How much ass do I have to kiss to make?
Where in that clip did he say that he wanted to interview anybody?
That's what he's implying, you moron. Use that gray matter that's sitting in your skull. Assuming you have any.
He didn't say it in that. I guess we'll get it in the next clip. Because he just said they don't have people interacting with fans, which again is a criticism from somebody that you're calling a shill. It's a legitimate criticism. And I think that people in your space have also argued the same thing about Marvel and the celebrities being out of touch. So
they haven't.
You disagree? Do you have a counter opinion on that? If I were reacting to that guy's video and I were debunking his words, I would have some sort of a counter opinion to him. But you don't. This video feels like it doesn't mean anything. Like you're making accusations of things he's not even doing. This is crazy.
Partner in this damn place.
There is an opportunity. Kevin Feige only has to walk down the office and just like answer some questions and just talk for 10 minutes every week.
Every week?
Like this, your fans are just hungry for anything. So like it could be Kevin Feige.
What fans?
It could be some other producer. It could be some person you appoint to be a spokesperson for Marvel. It could be anybody.
God, he's like a puppy dog begging for attention.
Someone who working at Marvel needs to be there doing this. You can't always rely on the Russo brothers.
Notice that he says needs to. He's not even doing this as suggestions. He's saying they need to do this for me.
Doing it because they're too cryptic in the way they post tweets. They don't answer questions. They love to just like not answer questions and shut reporters down.
Hey Vosh, you ever stop and think that like maybe they just don't want to talk to you, especially after you...
Where does he say me? Where is he saying me or I?
You're literally seeing evidence of it, dude. He does do this all the time. He interviews these people.
Or this podcast. Where is he saying that? It's crazy. It's like you're not listening to what the guy is saying. You're so intent on creating a narrative that you're not listening to what he's saying.
You're not listening to what he's saying, or you're not seeing.
Like he says the fans. He's talking about red carpet stuff. He's talking broadly and generally about this. So you just don't like him because you made a homophobic comment at the beginning. So I guess you don't like...
Oh my God. It was a 5-second joke, man. What the hell?
Gay people. Because if you did, I don't know why you'd make a homophobic comment at the beginning of your video. But you don't like him. And so you're trying to create this fantasy world that this guy exists in where you're like overseeing the meaning of everything that, like it sounds like you're writing. Are you writing his dialogue, or like is this a bit where he's reading off of your script and you know what it's supposed to mean? Because otherwise you're making shit up.
You freaked Matt Shackman the fuck out when you interviewed him.
Hi Matt. Hi Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Oh, so it is homophobia. By the way, Matt Shackman would not be offended by talking to a gay person.
Oh God. It went over your head what was being showcased. He's demonizing homophobia.
This weird thing where I find that when people like Az and other channels hyper fixate on someone gay just with their mannerisms and stuff like that, when they hyper fixate on it, I feel like there's something else brewing inside. I feel like there's some, something else is going on. I don't know if it's a fascination. I don't know if you have questions for gay people that you can't get answered. I don't know if your gay best friend did something. I don't know if a gay guy stole your girlfriend. I don't know. I have no idea.
That last one was like a stretch. Gay people don't steal women.
Something's definitely going on there.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Hello. So, I was super excited to see the WandaVision Easter egg.
Boss's closet, yo.
Brie Larson
Not to mention, again, the dude literally was Like, come on. Boss's hi, Matt was literally said in like a very sexual type tone. That sounded creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Going up on The View and neither confirming nor denying she's in Avengers Doomsday just isn't enough for Eric Voss.
Why are they so quiet about it? Why is Brie Larson this week going on The View to promote her stupid cookbook?
Stupid.
And then people
But I thought he was a shill. I thought this guy was a shill. Everything you've shown me, with the exception of the one little interview clip, has been him criticizing either people connected to Marvel or Disney.
It's him demanding what he wants Disney to do.
My dude, that's not shill behavior. You possibly need to check your shill radar because something's not working.
ask her if she's
Yours isn't, dude. Come on, man. It should be going off the charts right
going
now.
to be in Doomsday, and she goes, I can't answer that. Like, why can't she just say she's in this movie? Why is that a spoiler?
Probably because common sense for once prevailed over at Disney Marvel and she's not in the movie.
I don't think Brie Larson is in the movie.
I think she is.
Well, we'll just see about that, won't we?
It's really weird because like it seems like you have an issue with like speculation. It's like you have an issue with him speculating. But
we have an issue with speculation because we know that that nobody wants, because these speculations of theirs are so stupid that it's worth making fun of. Because that's what Mr. Grizzly does. He makes fun of shills.
Again, I would almost bet if I go to your channel, you have.
Yes.
Also, it kind of feels like Eric Voss is still angry that his what was it? Oh, that his Mephisto thing from WandaVision didn't come true. Like he's still feisty about that. Oh, Captain Marvel isn't coming. No, she's coming in the movie. I know.
Have videos speculating. So I don't understand why you have an issue with this one person speculating about things.
He's had problems with multiple people speculating things because they speculate the dumbest crap imaginable.
That's probably one of the most petty, nothing burger complaints you could have about someone, is that they're just speculating about something. I mean, what level of like mental impairment must you have to have an issue with that?
And a lot of you are going to say, look, here's new rock stars again complaining that they're not getting enough trailers so that they can make content out of it. That's not really what it is. We're happy to get our interviews with James Gunn. We're covering the boys universe.
So everyone in Hollywood needs to be like James Gunn and give you and your friends all the access you want.
He didn't say that. He didn't say, again, you're just making stuff up. He did.
Oh my God. That's what he literally said. You have to interpret his words, man.
He didn't say that. He said he's happy with the interviews he's getting from James Gunn. He didn't say that everyone should be like James Gunn.
Yeah, but he was basically giving an example.
Just not even close to what he said. It's not even remotely close.
Multiple times a year.
The reason I'm so curious about this is like we did have an opportunity to talk to James Gunn this week, and that was really, really cool. And again, we're thankful to James Gunn for taking some time to talk to us.
James Gunn gave a bunch of his supporters interviews recently.
So he's not supposed to thank him? Oh, it's okay. Fuck James Gunn. Fuck you, James. You did a bunch of interviews. We were one of them. Fuck you. It's like, what?
No, again, it's the fact that he literally took an interview from James Gunn and praised the crap out of the Superman movie, even though that movie has 100 flaws as long as my arm.
What level of idiocy is this? What? Like, this is my first video from this guy, Mr. Grizzy, and I cannot believe he even has a fucking platform on YouTube based on this. Like, what level of misery must you be?
Exactly. Like, come on, man. Again, this is basically self-projection here.
In what tier of your mom's fucking basement must you be living in? What bit of like emotional stunting must you be at? Like, what level of that must you be at to make content like this?
We could literally ask the same to you.
Here at Noble Knight Games.
This is crazy, fam.
Very interesting considering what's going on currently over at Warner Brothers in DC.
Doesn't have
There are
anything to do with
lessons to
anything.
be learned from the way
Doesn't have anything to do with
James
this at
Gunn
all.
has a relationship with his fans.
I post a picture of the cover of a screenplay on Instagram for $0, and it's equally effective. It gets just as much press.
Yes, that exactly. Why can't Marvel do that?
Bingo! You literally got your answer to earlier. He was you have it right there. Voss was basically saying Marvel needs to be like, James Gunn. No real argument, so here comes the silencing tactics. How do you have a platform?
Very interesting, isn't it?
I mean, that's a fair criticism. That's a fair criticism. Very interesting. It's literally just a fair criticism. Why is Marvel not doing that? It's a general question. I think a lot of Marvel fans have probably asked that question before. God, you are so fucking salty over this guy. It's crazy.
Glimpse into the mind of
You're getting salty over Grizzy, man.
The entitled Disney shill, and how, because they are such big shots, they are owed content, they are owed access, and they are owed interviews.
Owed? Where is that? Is Ode in the room with us right now? Is there somebody in the room with us right now who's conveying to us that they believe they're owed anything?
Yes, you stared at him for a few minutes.
Again, I don't know this guy. I don't really watch that content. Maybe I should. Maybe I should check it out or something. I don't watch Mr. Grizzy. I don't watch Eric Voss. But the clips you're showing with the comments you're making, bro, something isn't lining up. It's just not lining up. You're making up stuff. Nothing even remotely close to what he is saying is being conveyed in your criticisms of,
because you're an idiot,
of the content you're watching.
Exchange for their shilling. Very interesting stuff. Let me know what you think in the comments. Apparently, there is a trailer coming soon for Avengers Doomsday.
You know what? I'll let you know. That this is sad. This is sad boy content. This is so fucking sad and pathetic. A channel.
Were you literally trying to say soy boy, but you couldn't?
No.
It sounded like it. Moreno Skin Devil, welcome to the stream. We're wrapping up. I debunked Shield Trooper to the max. Awesome, man.
With over 30,000 subscribers. And the first video that I watch is you disingenuously painting someone as a shill, and almost every clip that you show proves that they're not a shill simply because they're complaining about Marvel and Disney. And then in your mind, somehow, that means that they're entitled to something from a company that they're also shilling for, which means they wouldn't be complaining about lack of content. They'd be making excuses for it. So what world is this? Doesn't make any fucking sense. Mr. Grizzy's channel, based on that video, this is my knee-jerk reaction to that channel. If all of his content is like that, I would lose my fucking mind watching it. It's so fucking bad. Bro, stop making videos.
There we go. Another person asking for another channel to stop making videos. But you're never going to see that from people like Mr. Grizzy, are you?
No.
All right, so it's time to wrap up. Final thoughts. Kawil, any final thoughts you would like to share?
Well, fuck that guy. Hopefully Supergirl is good. Fuck the other guy. And may the Gatekeeper Alliance lives on.
Exactly. Hey, just more evidence that what the Gatekeepers Alliance is doing is indeed working and that they are not going away anytime soon. If you like what you see here today, please remember to like and subscribe, join the Vader's Fist, and until next time, always remember to be awesome. Goodbye.